This week, we jump on a runaway train just to finger some pudding as we discuss the 1995 science fiction B-movie, horror movie thing, whatever, Species. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I'm your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me, as always, the misunderstood railroad bum. I'm not going to call you the rapist railroad bum. I'm misunderstood.
He wasn't misunderstood at all. There was no doubt about that fucking guy. And first of all, you know what, motherfucker? Sell one of your gold teeth.
Yeah, that's
He's got gold teeth,
point.
Right? By that time, if you live in the fucking hobo life, riding the rails, you should have sold your teeth.
Oh, yeah. Your teeth are the first thing to go. If you don't need the teeth if you're living the hobo life on a train.
Eating all that hobo stew. Rabbit meat's tender, you right?
I suppose, yeah. Should be. I don't know. Usually, don't they just boil their shoes and eat that?
That was during the Depression.
Gotcha. So, Tim, here we are, second week of the year 1995.
What a week it is.
What a week it is, buddy, because we're talking about Species.
I'm weak in the knees.
But before we talk about Species, buddy, I got to ask you, what have you been up to this week? What's a Tim Yobo been consuming?
Nothing too much this week. I guess the most unusual thing that I did that I can talk about is download the beta for Skull and Bones.
How is that? I hear good things about it.
You remember Black Flag?
Yes.
It's almost the same type of battle style as that. It's holding down the trigger and you steering with the thumb.
Yeah.
And then aiming it.
Do you mean Black Flag before or after Henry Rollins joined?
It's only before, right? Come on, you're purist.
Yeah. Right.
But, I played it. The fucked up thing is you're supposed to be able to play co-op with your friends, but we couldn't figure out how to get anybody fucking invited into the room. It just kept saying error, and I'm figuring for your fucking beta, you want to stress it, right? You want to see what it's going to be like when three people join up and see, because it's cross-platform. So I could join up with the PlayStation guy, another Xbox person, stuff like that. So, but, I mean... I played it. I got stuck on a stupid part where I needed to get like a fucking shovel or something, like a crowbar to open up a part of a ship. And I'm like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I just read a thing where that's Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
I just read a little thing where Ubisoft says that they consider Black Flag to be the first quadruple A video game. What do you think of that?
It was definitely the best out of the Assassin's Creed games because for me, it was the least like Assassin's Creed.
No, I mean,
it was more just like...
this
new one?
Game. Yeah, this new game, they're calling it a quadruple A game.
Yeah, kiss my ass. No fucking way.
Doesn't feel quadruple A to you?
And no, maybe it's a beta, all right? So, but it's only coming... I think it's got 2 weeks is coming. I think it's coming out the 17th, so it's almost next week. 1 week.
Yeah, it's coming up close here, man.
So I don't know how much they're going to be able to fix it, but I mean, the graphics looked good. I won't say they look great. But I mean, it's not like because what is Ubisoft? They did. That's right. They did the Tom Clancy, the Wildland games. You ever play that?
No.
Where it's almost like the movie Clear and Present Danger. You're four guys get dropped into Colombia, someplace like that. I don't even know if it's supposed to be a real place, but you're just supposed to do shit and fuck up all the drug dealers and the supply lines. Beautiful looking game. Yeah. This game doesn't look anything like that so far. But then I see ocean.
Yeah.
But I did get to harpoon a shark, and I harpooned somebody who was just standing in their boat, wasn't paying attention.
That's fun. Yeah, Ubisoft got into this weird kind of cookie cutter thing with their more recent games. Because I played what was it? The Far Cry games. I played a few of those. I played I had a good, but I also like don't play all of them. So I played I think 3 and then 5, and I think
it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think 6 just came up on Game Pass or some shit. For some reason I had a demo of it, and I played it for a little while. I'm like, I just don't care. Like, I don't know why, but for some reason I don't care.
The new one's the one where you have the alligator, right?
I think so. I didn't get that far.
Yeah. Because I know the one I played before this one I liked. I think it was the one where you're supposed to be like a tourist and you get kidnapped by like some like a religious cult or something like that on the island.
Yeah, that was 5. You weren't a terrorist. You were like ATF basically, and you were trying to pull a Waco down there.
I don't know, but you know what? Those games are all close enough that there doesn't need to be 5 of them.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that much major difference between 3 and 6, let's say.
Yeah, and it just became this weird, like, huge open world collectomania. You have to go get all the flags. You have to go, you know what I mean? Because they did that with Assassin's Creed, and that's what kind of, I think, fucked it up a little bit. At a certain point,
it just drives me crazy with doing stuff like that, where I'm just running around like doing something, just looking for one treasure that I need to fill out a fucking card and get a fucking bonus, something like that. Well, some people dig it, I guess, right? There's fucking simulators for everything, so somebody's out there fucking combing the beach looking for a gold seashell to finish their collection.
That's true. And from their perspective, like, it's a lose-lose for them, right? Because if they don't put all that shit into the game, people bitch that it's only 20 hours, right? But then you put all of the ridiculous fetch quest bullshit in there just to artificially extend the game time out to like 60 hours. And then everybody bitches. Oh, it's just repetitive content, you know? There needs to be a way to make that viably and then release that let's say 8 to 10 hour game at a lower price point. You know what I mean? So like a $30, $40 game, it lasts 8 hours. Who cares?
Yeah, but you know what? They're not going to do it because they're going to be splitting the market. Because how many people are going to buy that $29 game instead of spending $59 or $69 to get all the collection thing? Are there that many completists out there where you're going to spend an extra $30 just to be able to get a bunch of go around Grand Theft Auto and collect a bunch of fucking jetpacks or flags?
No kidding. And especially like the achievement hunter people too, you know, like longer the game, more achievements. Yeah, I get it.
For me, when they first started, the achievements were great. I loved it. It was fun when you did something and it popped up, but then they started giving you achievements for stupid fucking shit or impossible stuff to do. Like the one that I hate the most is online shit.
Yeah. So
that's
just locked.
Fucking crazy. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to play Call of Duty online and get a 5-kill streak, you're not going to be able to get 100% on that fucking game. That's crazy.
Worse, like there are games now that the online service has been taken down for, so you just can't get those achievements now. So you'll never be able to platinum the game or whatever, 100% it, whatever your
I want that game at a discount then, motherfuckers, because that was part of the promise when I bought it, right?
It's a good point, Tim. I bet you after a game has been out for so long, they took off the online part of it, you could probably get it for under retail. Unless it's Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo games are always expensive.
Yeah, they never lower the price on them, buddy. I think Mario Kart 8 is still full price on the Switch, and that shit came out for the Wii U. That wasn't even a Switch original.
No, I'm going back even further. I'm wondering how much a copy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out costs for the Nintendo.
Nowadays?
Yeah, that's just got to be at least $200-300. That was hardest game for me to buy. I literally was going all over the city, down to Chinatown, to little mom and pop shops, to Times Square, like every fucking day after work, just because it kept saying, oh, the shipment's coming in tomorrow. The shipment's coming in tomorrow. It was impossible to get.
The shipment never came in for you, did it, Tim?
I think it was like 3 months later I ended up getting it. It was that hard to get fucking games back then sometimes.
Yeah, no, I remember, dude. It was a pain in the ass. So, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Tim, you can get a copy of it right now for $49.97.
All right, so it's not as expensive as I thought it was, but it maintained its value. Pretty much, right?
Yeah. If you want to get Punch-Out, though, not the Mike Tyson, the one where they replaced Mike Tyson with Mr. Dream because of the rape allegations, that's only $24.99.
People want that rapist in the game, man. That's it. They want to beat the shit out of that rape guy. That's it.
Yeah, you want to get to the final level and be like, I'm going to punch a rapist. Bow. Take that.
I don't think I ever beat him. I really don't think I ever fucking beat him. I think I came close a couple of times, but I just don't think I did it.
You know what's funny to think about? That game is a rhythm game. If you really
yeah,
think about it, right?
yeah, just recognizing the pattern and just tap, 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 up, tap, 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 up.
It's basically Guitar Hero. Left, right, left, punch, up, down, left, punch. Like,
I was a Rock Band guy.
Yeah, Rock Band was always better.
I went for the whole thing. Yeah.
What was you? I imagine you were singing. You were the guy that was singing.
No, because I live in an apartment and I don't want to embarrass myself for having to go out in the elevator and having people going. So you did Carry On Wayward Son last night, way off key for 2 hours. I like the guitar and I like the drums.
Okay. I always did the guitar or the drums occasionally, but I don't know. The drums, I don't know. A lot of that crap, I hate like cheap plastic feeling shit. That's why I like the Nintendo Switch. I cannot deal with the fucking Joy-Cons that come with the Switch because I just feel like I can just crack and just like break it in my hands like nothing.
I know somebody who does that regularly to Xbox Elite controllers. Controllers that are made to be thrown against walls, and he can still crack them.
That's a little bit different, Tim. That's intentional. So yeah, I'm with you, buddy. I haven't really been consuming a ton lately. I got a new book in the mail.
Nice. Books are always nice.
Yeah, well, it's not really a new book. It's actually an old book.
No.
It's new to me.
I haven't read it. It's new to you.
It's new to you. That's right, Tim. And this one is from, I'm trying to find when it came out. For our audience that's watching, 1990.
Is that the book or when it came out?
No, the book is a very famous collection. It's an anthology of extreme horror stories, Tim. You're probably familiar with it.
1990? I'll bet you there's a good chance I might have had it.
Probably. Okay, I'll describe the cover for you. It looks like broken glass. It's black and white. And very bold in the middle of it, you've got just the title right there. So I'm going to cover the title. You know this one, Mr. Yobo?
Well, they always change the covers. What you're looking at might not be the cover that I bought it on, but is that Splatterpunks?
That is Splatterpunks, Mr. Tim Yobo. Look at you. Holy shit.
See?
What a
I think I had Splatterpunks 2. I don't think they got up to 3. But yeah, 1 and 2, I definitely had that. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I met my wife in a bookstore. I lived in bookstores. If I wasn't looking for Mike Tyson's Punch Out, I was in the B. Dalton's or Barnes and Nobles. That's right, B. Dalton's, motherfuckers. Chef Robinson.
You know what I should do? I should take a little tour for you here of our bookshelf that we got. I just moved it in here. I think I can move the camera actually, but you know what? I can't move the microphone is the problem. So you wouldn't be able to hear me very well. But you know what? I'm gonna do a remote here for our video.
This. It's like Howard Stern, guerrilla podcasting.
I'm a guerrilla podcaster, Tim. You're right. Okay, so hold on here. Let's see what we got. You know what? Actually, the hardest part of this is fucking bringing my headphones with me. And I'm gonna rotate the light here.
Okay.
Do. So we got a little light on the situation. Okay, now I'm gonna move the mic. I moved the mic. I'm going to move the camera so you get a little glimpse here, Mr. Yobo.
Yeah, because I'm just staring at the back of your wall.
Okay, so now look at this.
Okay.
Look at this. We got a lot of books here. You see these books?
It's Tim? A little blurry. You have it on portrait. Oh, wait, there it goes.
Okay,
all right.
There we go. How's that?
That's a good amount of books.
Look at this. We got. This isn't even close to all of them, Tim. There's a bunch of shit here.
Close to you, yeah.
Yeah. Not only that, here's our record collection. Well, part of it.
Whoa, that's where the money is. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's my spider in that tank. So
okay.
I know nobody wants to see the spider.
Oh well, I like the nunchucks on the back of the wall. I just noticed them.
Oh yeah, that's just in case something goes down, you know.
There's two things that scare people who break into your house: the sound of a shotgun cracking up or nunchucks swinging in the air.
And we're back. Okay, we had a little technical difficulties, but we're good now. Oh, I didn't even show Tim above me. Up. I
Don't
can't see
move the
own
computer.
I can't
Just
see.
tell me about it.
I'm moving up there. We got the rest of the. Well, there's a bunch of the books up there too. Those are mostly my Junji Ito books, though.
Oh, so, that Japanese guy does the spirals.
Yeah. Japanese guy does the spirals. It reminds me of that Artie Lang story about his
Which
uncle.
one?
when his uncle watched, he was trying to come up with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show, and he couldn't remember the name of it. So he said, that show with the Jew broad fights Draculas.
That's Artie Lang. I just watched a clip where
Artie
he
Lang,
did an
all
interview with Joe Buck.
Oh,
And-
God.
Yep.
How
Paul
fucking
Rudd and Jason Sudeikis or whatever the fucking guy's name is.
How
Yeah, holy
fucking
shit.
coked up was Artie that night, man. God damn.
Just
Like-
talk about burning your fucking bridges. What the
100%.
fuck, dude? Yeah, I know. That's
100%.
he's got to be in self-destruct mode at that point.
Oh, yeah. 100%, dude. 100%. Yeah, that's insanity.
Because you can't be even. I don't care how much fucking coke you're on. That's not enough coke in the world can make you think I'm going to be funny enough that I'm going to be able to overcome insulting the host of the show and all the other fucking shit that he was saying on that goddamn show.
Yeah, just terrible. And not even being funny was the bad part. Like, most of it was just he wasn't funny.
Yeah, I know. He was just going after Joe Buck. And I mean, you know what? That's
Being
Joe
a
Buck.
dick to him.
I could go after Joe Buck and probably kick his ass in a fucking roast off, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Joe Buck.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you're a professional comedian, you should go after, other comedians or people who are bad people. Not fucking
Well,
Joe
Buck made the mistake. I just like saying that, Joe Buck. Joe Buck made that mistake where he tried to jab at him a little bit.
That's true. Yeah, he did start it. Yeah.
Did he start it? I don't think he started it. I think Artie started it.
No,
and then...
that's right. Yeah, because Artie started it. If I'm not mistaken, it was because Joe Buck made a comment about reading something on like entertainmentweekly.com.
Oh, yes, my favorite website. He says my favorite website. I read something on my favorite website the other day about you, Paul Ron.
Then Artie says, what's your second favorite? Suckingcock.com.
Oh, dude, taking it to a fucking 11 just right off the bat, right?
Just immediate. I mean, they were on HBO. I get it. Like, you're supposed to cuss on HBO, but it's also HBO Sports, which is like kind of a prestige thing,
Yeah.
Some of their
Even less
documentaries
people
they did.
watching.
Yeah. Well, some of the documentaries they did in HBO Sports were fucking fantastic.
HBO used to have the best documentaries. When there was a documentary that was coming on HBO, it didn't matter whether or not you knew what the fucking subject was.
100%.
Even if you knew what it was, you're like, I have no interest in seeing how fucking elves are thought up and put in the fucking books. Documentary done. Wow. I love the way fucking elves are thought up and put in the books.
Yeah. No, they were fantastic, man. Absolutely. Also fantastic, Tim. Species. So I got to ask you, buddy.
Yes.
What is your history with the film Species?
All right. Well, I've seen this movie at least 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
I remember the first time renting it and just being like, holy fucking shit. Because it's a good movie. It's got a great cast. And there's plenty of fucking tits and sex in this goddamn movie. Yeah.
Lots of it. Yeah.
I had to watch this movie with the commentary on and see, because I know the commentary is with Michael Madsen and her, and I think the director.
I haven't seen the commentary. How was that?
I just when I watched the movie, I found out that I had it on the thing, so I want to watch it again, especially like the parts where she's having sex with the fucking alien thing, where it's all mixed up.
Oh,
just to see what that one must have been like filming.
Yeah, I bet that was fun. So
it was fun for me.
How many Species movies do you think there were?
Well, just because I watch this where I watch it, I know there's at least 3. There's probably a reboot coming somewhere down the line that's not going to have any of the sex or any of the nudity in it.
So 4 movies. The Species 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And then Species The Awakening in 2007.
Is she in all of them? I know she's in 2.
I think
is she in 3 and 4?
I know she's in 2. Is she in 3? Yeah, she's in 3. Holy shit, Tim.
Wow.
That's okay. Does she make it back to 4, though? That's the big question. Doesn't look like it.
All right. Well, I mean, by that point, she's probably back on a homeland or she's gotten laid.
I'll tell you why she's not in 4. Species The Awakening, Tim.
Uh-oh, she gets killed in 3?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a multiple choice question. I want you to tell me where Species The Awakening was released, okay? Theaters, DVD, or the Sci-Fi Network?
Oh no. Well, I mean, you just said the Sci-Fi Network, so it has to be the Sci-Fi, and it's probably SYFY Network.
Yep. SYFY.
Yeah, it's that kind of Sci-Fi Network.
Yeah. Not good.
It was
Not
all
good
downhill after they changed the spelling.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. And plus, they used to have Mystery Science Theater on there.
Yeah, that's where I found it.
Because I think if I'm not mistaken, the whole thing was that they, back in the day for cable, you used to, when you would buy like films to show on your network, you wouldn't just get one
You'd buy
film.
packages. Yes,
Yeah,
that
'cause
was
they
great
had to.
about TV. Holy shit. They wanted to get Death Wish. They had to buy fucking 8 episodes of Mystery Science Theater 3000 and All About Eve with Betty Davis.
Well, no, Sci-Fi Network would want to get like Star Trek 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the studio would be like, all right, you get Star Trek 2, but you're also going to need to get like This Island Earth, or you're going to, you know what I mean? All this other bullshit that they have. So then Sci-Fi is like, they're sitting on all of these fucking movies they have the rights to show that nobody wants to watch because they're fucking terrible. They're monos to Hands of Fate. And they're like, hey, you know what? I have an idea. Throw a couple puppets out there making fun of the fucking thing. Good to go.
Wait, are you sure? Because I thought that they started out as like a local, like public access thing, and then they got picked up by like Sci-Fi and other networks.
I believe that's true. And when they were a public access thing, they were just doing public domain movies and like infomercials and that kind of stuff.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's public access, man. You get away with whatever the fuck you want.
That's true. Yeah, they could have just used copywritten material.
Because nobody's watching it.
Nowadays, we just call those reaction videos, and we put them on YouTube. And they're nowhere near as talented.
No, some of the there's a couple of reaction videos I watched that actually pretty good. Like with people listening to, like young kids listening to old songs and be like, holy fucking shit. And it's just like, oh my God.
I went down that rabbit hole the other day. I was watching black people react to Marilyn Manson. That's fun, by the way. That's a lot of fun.
It's fun just watching anybody react to Marilyn Manson to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's because not just black people, just people who like musically might have been into a different vibe or a different genre or scene. You know what? I
got an idea, Eddie. Let's start a reaction video with me with like people showing me rap songs that I guaranteed I haven't heard or anything like that. And
I could do that.
By reacting to Tupac Shakur's whatever his big hit was.
Yeah, Tupac Shakur's one big hit that he had. That's a good point, Tim.
I'm going to restart the fucking East Coast, West Coast war. It's just from the reaction video.
So could you name an Eminem song that was not on the movie 8 Mile?
Of course I can, because I'm white and he's a white rapper. Shake that. Let's see, just lose
Shake
it.
That? That's where you go?
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Then we got Stan, Cleaning Out My Closet. Let's see. What's the one where he's talking about an oralist, a dentist, an oral hygienist?
I have no idea.
I Get More Ass Than a Toilet Seat. Something he did with Nate Dogg.
Yeah, I don't know. The only Nate Dogg that I remember was off of Doggy Style.
But I'm your typical 55-year-old white guy. I know I could name you 5 songs of Eminem. Put a gun to my head. I don't know if I can name 5 rap songs off the top of my head real quick from anybody.
Could you name one song off of Dr. Dre's The Chronic?
I'm going to say The Chronic.
Damn. Like a cheater. I'm going to say, a song off of Use Your Illusion 2. How about Use Your Illusion 2?
No, I remember exactly the first time that I heard about Eminem because I was working in a pet food store up in the Bronx in Riverdale, and my asshole boss hired some 16-year-old kid who lived up there, paying him under the table, like fucking like $3 an hour, some shit like that, to work on Sundays, where basically all he did was just fucking smoke pot and get high. So we were cool. We had no problems when I was working up there on Sundays. And it was Sunday, so I play whatever the fuck I want. I bring my CD player. I was putting on the fucking radio. I'm listening to it. I got to go all the way to fucking Riverdale on Sunday where the trains are always fucked up. It's like 2 hours one way, 2 hours coming back the other goddamn way on a Sunday.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah, never got to see the X-Files on time. I'll tell you, that was fucking crazy. But, he brought in an Eminem thing, and he's like, dude, this is the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, typical idiot white boy. you're going to listen to rap. It's going to be the only white guy who's rapping. And then there I was.
I'll give him credit though. He was good. Like,
yeah, but I mean, is it just is it musicians in general, or just rappers also who like even more so that after a while, what do you got to rap about?
I know. Yeah, that's always the problem, right? You get one good album out because you've been working for 20 years on that album.
I mean, how many times I got to hear about how many times fucking Kim sucked cock for fucking Vicodin?
I mean, you could come up with new angles on it, I guess. But that's a fair point, Tim. Then eventually, what it becomes, because they don't have any new trauma in their life to write about, is it just becomes them warring with each other. You know what I mean? It's kind of like YouTube, how YouTubers run out of content, so they just start drama with each other. Like my wife, I think it was my wife told me about that. Like just makeup tutorial YouTube, so much of it's not even people doing makeup tutorials. It's them bitching at each other, which is fucking hilarious.
Okay, well, I don't know. It gets you views, right?
Yep.
Tucker Carlson interviewed a fucking war criminal and gave him a fucking free platform for 2 hours and 7 minutes because it gets you views, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why Shane Gillis is going to be on SNL again, right?
Oh, that's right. I saw that. Look at that.
People, I like that he's going to be on there, and now people are like, I don't know, SNL might be bad. And it's like, motherfucker, they had Giuliani, they had Trump,
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, like now they're bad. Now you're.
I'm trying to think because I grew up with Saturday Night Live, and then of course, like in the '80s, I stopped, and then for like the '90s, there was a time there it was okay, like when Tina Fey and Amy Poehler were on it. That was when it was like it came back a little bit. But I mean, it's had so many ups and downs. But I really don't remember them having that kind of guest on, except like maybe since Trump.
I mean, the biggest, like, ironically, the most controversial guest they had back then I could remember was Sinead O'Connor, and it was just because she ripped up the picture. She
wasn't a guest. She was a musical guest. Yeah, she was never on it. But I'm thinking like actual guest host, where it's somebody that's like so polarizing, where it's just like, what the fuck is this person doing on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, I can't recall that. I mean, I remember them having guests that were fucking terrible. Like there's the infamous Steven Seagal episode, which
but he's not. He wasn't controversial, where it was stuff like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and kind of this guy a little bit too, right? Because you fired him because he said some racist shit, and then now you're bringing him back. So the racist shit that he said is okay.
This reminds me of the Norm Macdonald story. They fired him and told him it was because the executive didn't think he was funny.
Well, he wasn't funny. I saw that. I just saw. Yeah, we're watching the same fucking shit on YouTube where he said, "I guess I'm funny now." Yeah.
Yeah. Which means either I got funnier or they got a lot fucking worse.
All right. So you know what? Yeah. So you know what? Maybe there. Again, thanks to Norm Macdonald. He was the first one to show. Yeah, the Saturday Night Live's a fucking bunch of hypocrites. That if you're going to get them ratings, they're going to put you on now.
That's all it is, man. Whatever gets you ratings. That's why Bud Light, first they had Dylan Mulvaney. Now they got who? Shane Gillis.
Oh, man. I still got idiot friends who won't drink Bud Light because of that. Because
now they've got
one fucking can was made for one fucking person, and that was it.
Just remind them that now there's a guy that makes racist jokes that's going to be doing their commercials, and now they can drink it again.
Is that how they overcorrected?
Yeah. You just have to become racist.
We got Tim Allen as a spokesman. Oh God,
that fucking the dickhead with the puppets that disappeared in 2012. What was his name? Dunham, Jeff Dunham.
Yeah. What do you mean disappear? That motherfucker's in Vegas. I guarantee you, he's got a fucking standing show at Vegas. So
I haven't seen or heard from him in a long fucking time. So.
Once you get to Vegas, it doesn't matter if the rest of the country sees or hears from you
true.
Again. But you're set for life, right?
You know what? Though I'm glad though. Send them all to Vegas. Then I don't have to hear about them. Perfect. Send them all to fucking Vegas. No problem.
Never been to Vegas, but yeah, it's just like. Because what fucking U2 has a residency there in the fucking Sphere.
Do they? Oh, that makes sense. They would find the most gimmicky place to have a fucking residence.
I watched it again on YouTube, and I will say this: it was a good show. only because they did the old stuff. They didn't do anything. I don't think they did anything newer that was from maybe How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. And for me, that's when they went off the rails, and I was just like, wait a second, holy shit, this guy's kind of preachy. I just haven't noticed it for 20 years. Yeah, that was kind of when they jumped the shark.
Well, all the MAGA people, they probably think that Green Day just jumped the shark with the
well, no, thank God, because they still got Rage Against the Machine. Oh, wait, no, they don't got Rage Against the Machine.
No. And I saw that thing about Ozzy was tweeting that I guess
Kanye,
it was Kanye. That's right, the Kanye sampled "Crazy Train."
Something, I don't know if it was Crazy. I think it was something Black Sabbath. I don't think it was straight up Ozzy. I think so.
Maybe War Pigs. That would make sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah. Oh wow, I could just imagine what the Kanye West song is about, where he's singing about war pigs. Wow.
You got me, man. You know what? I can't wait to not hear it, though. So, Tim.
Yeah, we're talking about a movie, yeah.
We're talking about a movie, yeah. It's funny, there was just a poll on Twitter that's all like, don't you hate it when you listen to a podcast and for the first fucking half an hour they don't talk about the subject?
Don't you have to build a rapport with the people listening to us, right?
There's
how many other fucking podcasts out there talking about fucking movies that you can listen to? I think it has to be like, you have to like the person or the people that you're listening to talking about that shit.
Yeah. Hey, it's almost
There's always, you know what, motherfuckers? There's a skip button by 30 seconds on your goddamn phones. Although with us, you probably have to press it like 85 times to get to the movie part. But
anybody can talk about a movie and cover the facts about the movie. I would hope people tune in for the personalities.
Yeah, we talk about our feelings for this movie.
Yeah, and speaking of feelings for this movie, I
have hard feelings for this movie, I gotta tell you.
So this one was written by Dennis Feldman, who just got off of writing The Golden Child.
With Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that one.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? You write The Golden Child, then this, right?
That's an extreme jump, yeah.
So then they picked to direct it Roger Donaldson, who directed Cocktail, The Getaway, and then right before this, Dante's Peak.
Okay, Cocktail, not a great movie, but The Getaway, that's pretty good. It's a good enough remake, right? That's Baldwin Peak, and that was weird because you had Dante's Peak, and what was the other what was it, Volcano?
Yeah.
With Tommy Lee.
Something.
And this one, Dante's Peak, had Pierce Brosnan. But
Volcano with Tommy Lee from Motley Crue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And Anne Heche. Yeah.
And Anne Heche. So you got starring Natasha Henstridge, of course, who was a French model. This was her first role as an actor. She went on to be in 2 more of these movies and the whole 9 yards.
Just, my God, what a beautiful woman. And I generally don't go for blondes, right?
Yeah.
But even when she dyes her hair brunette, I was like, when I saw the bottle, I was like, oh, wait a second. I was like, no, you know what? She's meant to be a blonde. She looks, she's just incredible looking in this movie.
Yeah, beautiful. Not a lot of
she's
lines for her,
French model, right?
Yeah, exactly. She was modeling in Paris. And then they're like, hey, you want to be in a movie? She's like, I can't act. They're like, you don't need to act.
That's okay.
Just walk around half naked.
Do you know how to act naked? Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You act like there's no camera. Take off your clothes. That's what you got to do. Now, she's fantastic.
You want to act like every guy's dream woman? Just where do I find men? We have to fuck right now.
It's funny.
You know what this movie is? ETDTF.
ETDTF.
Yeah.
AKA Species. You know what's funny about this movie is I told my wife we're covering it because she does our cover art for the episodes now. And I said, we're doing Species. And she's like, what's that? And I said, well, there's an alien that came to Earth and she's really hot. And the problem is that she wants to fuck a dude.
And it takes so long for her to fuck a dude. This is crazy, man.
Well, she's picky.
No. Just go right there, lay down the fucking Walk of Fame, and just be like, who wants it? That's it.
Tim, she's too picky. She wouldn't fuck the one guy because he's diabetic.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, remember Tim, the first guy that she meets at the club, right? takes her up to the house up in the Hollywood Hills. He takes a shower. He's got his shirt off.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and then see, all right. I missed that because I was like, because all of a sudden her ears perk up, and I thought like she heard something or she got like a bad feeling. But yeah, all right.
Well,
that
they
makes
don't.
sense,
yeah, they talk about it more later. But yeah, she's too picky. That's the problem. You see, here's the thing, Tim. All these women want a guy that's over 6 feet tall, making over $500,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. Driving a BMW, but still sensitive and likes to cuddle. Yeah.
This is. I would love to see the Species movie where it's a dude alien and he's just a fucking incel because nobody wants to fuck.
No, once he breaks into the fucking cash drawer, he's got his fucking problem solved. That's it.
That's true. Yeah. Just pick up a couple of the chicks in front of the motel and he's good to go. Yeah.
Hang outside Joe Biden's Hunter Biden's house. Pick up.
Just party with Hunter Biden.
At that point,
man.
they're half price. Yeah,
that's a good point, Tim. So then, talk about casting for this movie. By the way,
incredible.
Ben Kingsley.
What was the movie that he did before this? What was the 2 movies that he did before this? Because
I'm really curious about that. So for the listeners, though, Tim, Ben Kingsley probably best known for playing Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah. He did,
right?
He did a Parker Stevenson. I'm getting Parker Fisher Stevenson. Parker Stevenson from the Hardy Boys and Baywatch.
And then he also did Schindler's List, of course.
Yeah.
And
don't tell me Schindler's List was before this fucking movie.
It had to have been
House
right?
of Fog, isn't it? Not House of Sand.
No,
with Jennifer Connelly.
House of Sand and Fog.
All right. Well, we got it together.
We ended up there. Oh, he's in Iron Man 3 also. I gotta watch one of those.
He plays oh my God, he plays a fucking the Manchurian, an Asian dude.
He's also a bloody buddy, but we'll get to that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Schindler's List 93, Tim. So 2 years before Species, he did Schindler's List.
Oh my God.
Right? So he does Schindler's List. Get this. Schindler's List, Death and the Maiden, right? Species, and then Moses. The TV miniseries. He plays Moses.
Wait, how is Ben Kingsley Moses? He's not Moses.
He's Moses in the
He's
TV
not fucking
miniseries.
Moses. No. Come on. Everybody right now, religious or not, close your eyes and think about Moses. It's the exact opposite of Ben Kingsley. What the fuck? He can't carry those fucking tablets. That's why he dropped that fucking extra tablet.
Yeah.
I bring you these 15 commandments. Oh, wait. 10 commandments.
Well, Tim, he was also the narrator in the 2007 movie, The 10 Commandments. So, what a weird career this man has had. But he is a bloody buddy, Tim. He was in Blood Rain.
Oh, that's right. He played the head vampire. That's right. All right, so dude is just like, you know what? I'll take any paycheck.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just like, listen, I need to build a new kitchen.
Yeah, I was only Gandhi once. There's no fucking sequels coming out of Gandhi, so I got to make money somehow, right?
Although the fucking the
Gandhi.
UHF.
Yeah.
You saw that one, right? A Weird Al movie, UHF.
A long time ago, yeah.
Remember they had the little sketch that was Gandhi too. This time he's back and he's pissed. He was fucking killing people.
Yeah. All of it, he just pulls out that fucking white sheet and just starts whipping people with it. Yeah.
My favorite joke from UHF, and you could never do it today, is when the bad guy's trying to escape from the place, and he's like, "I know, I'm going to hide in the supply closet because there's a door that just says supplies." And he opens it, and then these 3 Asian dudes pop out with karate gis on and say, "Supplies."
Oh, God. That's a Weird Al joke, yeah.
That's a Weird Al joke for you, buddy. So
blame Weird Al, not Eddie, yeah.
Yeah, so you mentioned it before, Michael Madsen, who plays Preston.
He looks so fucking young in this movie. I don't think I've ever seen him look this young before.
Really?
He's a baby face compared to when you see him in Kill Bill. Holy fucking shit. It's like he fucking aged 65 years.
I'll give you Kill Bill. Because so this is like 3 years after Reservoir Dogs. Because Reservoir Dogs was 92.
He looks more young in this.
He does. And then he was in Thelma and Louise. That was 90?
Was it? That long ago? Oh, my God.
91. I got to look it up now. And he was in Donnie Brasco, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 91. Thelma and Louise. Holy shit. Tim, we're old, buddy.
Yeah.
We need to just go fucking die, man. So you got Michael Madsen in there playing Preston and Forrest Whitaker playing Dan.
Another one. Holy shit. This is a really fucking stacked cast.
I mean, it falls off immediately from there, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, especially the Forrest Whitaker character. His whole fucking thing is kind of stupid because there's some things that he automatically knows and there's other things that he doesn't know. And at one point he's touching the fucking ground for some reason. And like,
it sucks because he's such a good actor. Like, it's really, he's lost here. They don't give him a lot of fun shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of, when he starts getting drunk at the end, they let him have a little bit of fun. But for the most part.
It's no Last King of Scotland.
No, of course. Last King of Scotland, of course, he was in Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. Fucking fantastic movie if you haven't seen
Jim
that.
Jarvis, yeah.
Yep. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Panic Room. He was in that for horror.
He's
stuff.
good. Yeah, he's good in Panic Room, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And that's, as far as, like, credits go, that's really the big
Alfred
people.
Molina. Doc Ock.
Alfred Molina. Yeah, true.
And
he was,
Marge Helgenberg, which I know her from a bunch of things, but I keep getting her mixed up with a bunch of other actresses at the same time.
Yeah, Marge Helgenberg that plays the forgettable doctor that's part of their squad.
With red hair, but the worst haircut I think of ever. It's got to be a wig that she's wearing, right? There's no way that's her hair at that time. They put a wig on her just because, I don't know why.
You know, I'm going back through, I'm looking at her credits. So you got her in Blind Vengeance, right? 94.
Okay.
Then you've got her in Bad Boys, 95. And Species.
That's it?
Crazy. No, I'm just saying for
TV
around
shows, because whenever I see her, I always think she was in China Beach for some reason, even though I know that's not her. It's the other Delaney.
No, she was in China Beach. She was Casey Kowalski.
Okay, my mind is blown because I always kept thinking to myself, all right, stop it, because you're getting her mixed up with the chick that's in China Beach, but that's that's Dana DeLay that's in it.
In China Beach?
In China Beach, right? Isn't it?
Was Dana DeLay? Okay.
Yes, I thought she was the main star.
Yeah, okay, so both of them. Yeah, you got Dana Delaney who plays Colleen, and then Marg Helgenberger who plays KC. So yeah, both of them, Tim.
Okay, all right. See?
God, there's another show people just don't talk about anymore, China Beach.
It was huge when it came on, too.
It was fucking massive.
But that was before cable, so you had like 3 channels to watch. So a good chunk of the country was watching something that was on ABC, NBC, and nobody's watching what was on CBS.
No. And I'm not seeing any SVU for her here, but she was in Erin Brockovich, so that's close.
All right, well, there's probably somebody in Erin Brockovich who ended up on SVU, so I can do 3 degrees of SVU for Marge Helgenberg. Go ahead.
I'll give you this, though, Tim. She did 21 episodes of CSI Vegas.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to think. Who's in this movie? Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to embarrass myself, but I'm pretty sure that Alfred Molina was in the Law & Order SVU. He was his rich mom. That's right. He was some kind of fucking scientist who was coming up with this stuff. He ended up raping some woman, but his rich mom tried to protect him. But that's right. He was in Law & Order SVU. So boom, 1 degree from this fucking movie, and I got you at Law & Order SVU.
Fact checking you on this one, Tim.
Alfred Molina, he was in
Law
it.
& Order SVU. He was in one episode. He played Gabriel Duval in 2005, Tim. You nailed it.
A smart scientist, right? Something like that.
It was in an episode titled Night. Benson and Stabler have a suspect, but not enough evidence when a serial rapist preys on undocumented immigrant women, and Tracy Keeber is brought in to work on the case.
1 degree, baby. Told you.
Nice. Well done, Tim. Well done. Again, this is your savant
I posted on. I am an idiot savant when it comes to Law and Order SVU. Nothing that can actually be helpful to the human race or put money in my wallet, but yeah. You give me any star, I can get you within three steps. I can get to Law and Order. Fuck you, Kevin Bacon.
We open on the sky with this beautiful green shitty mist, like from Maximum Overdrive. And then we see the SETI, which is a real program, where we're effectively just trying to capture like radio signals bouncing around in outer space and see if there's anything out there. Well, apparently
we found something. Yeah,
well,
it's like contact.
Yeah.
No, this is sexual contact.
This is absolutely sexual contact. Hopefully it's not her father. Jesus Christ. So, and so far we're in the dark. We have no idea what's going on. We just see that this young girl wakes up in Magneto's prison.
Michelle Williams, by the way, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah? That played the young girl?
I saw her name. I was like, I know that name.
You're
and then
right,
when I saw her... isn't it weird how some people look at her face and look at her face now? She looks almost exactly the same. To me, there's something that's so weird about kids that when they grow up, that they still look like when you see them at like 6 years old, 7 years old, they still look basically the same, except they look a little bit bigger. But you see her face in this movie and what she looks like now, it's almost exactly the same. I'm thinking, who else?
Crazy.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Corey Feldman. He looks a little rough. Now, this is what's crazy, Tim. I'm looking at her Internet Movie Database. She did, in 2011, My Week with Marilyn. I think on Marilyn Monroe. She played Marilyn fucking Monroe, Tim.
I think I watched that movie, yeah.
God damn. The resemblance is pretty crazy. Gotta say.
I think the last thing she was in was The Fabelmans, that Steven Spielberg movie, where she played his mom.
Yeah.
Look at that. She went from baby species to Steven Spielberg's mom.
Yeah, to Venom. So.
Oh, that's right. She's in both of them. Yes.
She ran the gamut. Yeah. The fucking things you could be in. So, okay, they got her in Magneto's prison from X-Men. And we see that some of these fucking hazmat dudes come in. Now, if you're going to gas something to death, right? Don't label the can cyanide.
Well, I'm just wondering how she knows what cyanide is.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Just like for a couple of days, have a couple of guys go out there, put some spray in it. Oh, this smells like chocolate ice cream. Oh, that smells like French fries. Oh, what is it? I wonder what this one smells like. Dead.
That's true, man. She would have no context for understanding what cyanide was. That's a good point. So all of them are like looking around. They're like, are we really going to fucking kill this little girl? And we pan up to our buddy Ben Kingsley, who plays Xavier. So Professor X.
Is that his name?
Killing...
No, it isn't.
His name is it's Xavier Fitch.
His name is Finch. Yeah, that's right.
Fitch. Yeah. Xavier Fitch. And he gives him the nod. And it's almost ironic to see the guy from Schindler's List gassing somebody.
2 years later. If you live old enough, you become a villain.
You end up becoming the Nazi that you... So they kind of gas her. She fucking, like, super jump flips out of the prison after she busts it open.
All right, here's my question. Are they testing her abilities, or are they actually trying to kill her at that point? Because...
They're trying to kill her because he says later on that they're terminating the project because she got to a certain point where they were not able to get any more data off of her and they thought that she was a danger.
Okay, all right, well.
So when they were trying to flood the room with cyanide poisoning, they were trying to kill her.
Just do the fire thing that we see halfway through this movie. Much more effective, I would imagine, right?
The logic of this movie of how her physiology and how you kill her works makes no sense. We'll get to it, though. So she, gets the fuck out of there, runs, damn near gets fucking killed by a goddamn train because she almost gets standby mead. on her way out, and then just like falls down on the ground, and she wakes up about to be raped by a dude in a train car.
Yeah, before we mentioned this guy before, the hobo with a set of gold teeth.
Yeah, the hobo with the teeth of gold, not a heart of gold. Because he was about to fucking rape this poor girl. Anyhow, so she fucking picks him up and like throws him at the corner of the train car, and it folds him in half the wrong way. And it looks fucking good when she kills him. I mean, it looks bloody as shit, dude. He looks like a fucking, like he just got run through a trash compactor. It looks fucking great. So she, goes through his shit. Then train stops somewhere. She pops out, hits up the convenience store. She's like, yeah, I'm going to get something to eat here or whatever.
Yeah, she's a fast learner. She finds out what money is. Yeah.
Because they do that. That is one thing, you're right, Tim, that I like they do with the movie, is they'll kind of casually just show her watching people do shit.
Mm-hmm. We never see like Michael Myers looking at somebody drive a fucking car in Halloween, but
it's a good point. But no, she figures out quickly how you have to use money. She doesn't really figure out denominations.
She doesn't understand credit cards, though. She sees the credit card, but she doesn't understand the credit card.
She eventually uses a credit card, but not really well. She
uses it once, and she basically gives it away to the guy. That's what, yeah.
I like that guy, too, by the way.
He was an interesting guy. He looked like he should have been in other stuff, right? When he was on the screen, he was a presence. Yeah. He was something.
You know what he looked like? He looked like he would do like stunts for John Waters.
See, I was thinking more of a tall, skinny, meth head Jim Jarvis.
Okay. I was just going mainly off of the mustache that he was working with.
When was the last time we mentioned Jim Jarvis 2 times in a podcast?
That's a good... I don't think Jim Jarvis has been mentioned 2 times in any podcast. And Jim Jarvis has a podcast, so that makes no fucking sense.
He's just going, hey, it's me. You know who it is. Smoke a cigarette and have some coffee, yeah.
It's me, Double J, and I don't mean Jeff Jarrett. So, Jim Jarvis here with my show. I wouldn't listen to that podcast, I don't think.
Celebrities having podcasts. Fuck that.
Can I tell you,
leave something for us, people. Come on.
I got a real fun thing that happened to me the other day, too, by the way. Speaking of celebrities and podcasts and stuff, is I'm sitting here, might have been a little high.
Possible.
Yeah. And I get a phone call on my phone, which is where you get them. And this one, the name on the caller ID said Zach Morris.
Zach Morris. Is that guy from Saved by the Bell?
Yes, Tim. That's Mark Paul Gosselaar's character from Saved by the Bell.
That's that guy's name?
Yeah, that's his real name, Mark Paul Gosselaar. Who, by the way, co-stars in Dead Man on Campus. So my mind is already halfway fucking
that's
fried.
Where I got it. Okay.
Now all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, the guy from Dead Man on Campus is calling me, but he has his character from Saved by the Bell's name on his caller ID.
Wait, is he Homelander?
No, he looks like Homelander, but he's not Homelander, Tim. That's a very good comparison. No, Mark Paul Gosselaar, he's also in the fantastic movie, what was it? The 12 somethings of Christmas? 12 Dates of Christmas. We covered that again on Ed and Matt on Campus. You got to watch that, Tim.
I told you when the podcast is finished, when you finally cover this in time, I'm going to binge listen to all the episodes.
Yes, it's Tim. It's fantastic, buddy. It's a great show. So okay, she steals somebody's fucking luggage, sneaks her way into the train, like robs the little fucking area where they go get all of the food and everything. Smart, right? Yeah. Right? She's good.
She's
steals
learning.
Like a shitload of pudding that she's just like sticking her fingers into and smearing on her face. And then
at least she didn't do like the Amy Klobuchar and do it with her comb. So
yeah, that's true. Now, I don't want to call. I know he's got a bad reputation, but I don't want to call Kevin Spacey a thief. But in this movie, the girl takes the banana and she bites into it skin first sideways.
Yeah.
Which, Tim, you'll recall in the year 2001, the movie K-Pax
I've only seen bits and pieces of that movie because even at that time, even though like nobody really knew about Kevin Spacey, and I consider myself kind of like, oh, if Kevin Spacey's in the movie, I want to see it because he's usually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I went, nope.
Yeah. So K-Pax, for the listeners who are not ancient, it was a movie where Kevin Spacey played a guy who was either mentally ill or an alien, and one of his quirks
Why couldn't he
is
be
that
both?
He could be. That's true.
That's why they dumped his ass here. They did a fucking Cuban thing where they got some planet got rid of all his mental patients and said K-Pax here.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Send him out that way. He'll take care of that shit. No, the only reason I remember is because it was in the trailer for the fucking movie. He bites a banana sideways. And I'm like, you motherfucker, you stole that from Species, you piece of shit. Because the little girl bites the banana, stupid. And the lady, the poor nice lady, by the way, the ticket taker.
Gives her a fucking discount, doesn't fucking ID her. Now, I want to, she's nice, but she's not very smart doing a job. Because the kid doesn't answer anything. Oh, are you traveling by yourself? Is somebody coming to pick you up? And, I'm going to give you a discount on your goddamn ticket, too.
Yeah. Well, we'll say you're under 12, so your ticket's half
Plus,
off.
she's saying in a fucking nice private car.
Yeah. No kidding, man. That's got to cost, dude. Even back then, 90 That
it has to be more money that's in the fucking the tourist car with the fucking the cash register that she stole the money from.
Oh God, the petty cash that she fucking stole. Yeah, but dude, when she gets to the fucking the hotel and shit, she's peeling hundos. I'm like, where the fuck did she get that
was
money?
Walking down the street in a wedding dress. Which I have a bone to pick with that because I don't think there's any street in L.A., because this is supposed to be L.A. that she's walking down in, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is no street in L.A. that is that busy with pedestrians.
Not anymore, no.
Not at any point. You're not going to tell me even in the 70s there weren't that many fucking people. It looked like I swear, it looked like to me, it was like, oh, that looks like Times Square. With that many people walking around, I'm thinking maybe Chicago could muster this many people on like a busy street during the day.
No. I've walked around downtown LA a few times. It's never fucking looked like that.
Yeah,
I mean, but you know what it is? Whenever they portray LA in a movie, Tim, it was always like either you have like just your crunchy, like hippie-ish LA snob dickhead, or you've got the idiots holding the signs up that are like, put me in your movie, and they're dressed like a cowboy or that kind of bullshit.
Well, this does it a little bit because if you look at the people who are walking up and down the street when she's doing it on Hollywood Boulevard or Walk of Fame, whatever it is, there is such a mix of people. There's like businessmen with fucking 3-piece suits and fucking briefcases. There's like a fucking mime in the background and all that other stuff. I'm just, no, these people are just not going to meet in LA at the same time on the
everybody
sidewalks.
that I saw in LA was sitting down with a MacBook working on their screenplay,
or sitting down with a sign saying, "Give me money."
Or they were laying down with a fucking dog shit pillow or something. That's a scary fucking joint too, by the way. It gets rough down there, man. The last time
I lived in
there,
Times Square.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a little bit worse, I'm sure. So okay. Now, our boy Xavier Fitch, I'll just call him Fitch. Our boy Fitch.
Which is funny story because I watched a little bit of this movie for the second time with the director's commentary with Michael Madsen. It seemed Michael Madsen and Ben Kingsley were kind of like bumping heads throughout this movie. And at one point, Michael Madsen says that when they're doing something where he's looking at a computer, he kept putting a sign of the Grinch on the screen.
Sign of the Grinch?
A picture of the Grinch. Because it rhymed with his last name. And the director's like, that's not his last name. His last name is Fitch. And he's like, oh, all right. That's why he was mad at me. And there's also another scene where they're getting out of a car and they had to fight who was going to be in the front seat of the car when they get out of it. Michael Madsen's in the front seat. Kingsley. Jesus. Yeah. Come on, you're Gandhi. I'm fucking Reservoir Dog.
If you wanted to put up an ugly picture of something that rhymed with the last name of that character, he should have put up a picture of Roseanne Barr. Rhymes with Fitch, right?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn. She really fucking fell off, huh? What a piece of shit.
Just amazing. When you have to wonder which one is the just you watch the original show Roseanne, because I know you're too young, Eddie, but that was
No, I watched it.
Yeah, it was a
good
huge show. Yeah, exactly. It was how many people watch that show and like that's my that's how we live and everything like that compared to all the other shows at the time. And
that
then
was on the
just to
strength
do
of the
this,
writers. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, because she was yeah, she just was the main character. And she was a producer at one point, but
yeah, but I mean, at one point she had Norm Macdonald writing on there, like. Fucking
there you
that's
go.
how he got his start in Hollywood. That's why he always was kind of friends with Roseanne, because he
was
indebted to her a little.
She gave us Norm Macdonald, but she also gave us Tom Arnold.
Yeah, I know.
It's a wash, right?
Would you say she also made Laura Metcalf a household name, the sister?
I will say, well, she introduced her because she's fucking incredible. She's fucking always good in whatever she's in.
Net positive, then. I'll take her and Norm Macdonald
and John Goodman,
exchange.
right?
And John Goodman, fantastic actor. Yep. Sarah Gilbert
and DJ, right?
Yeah, yeah, he went on to do a lot, right? It's like I heard David Faustino complaining they were going to do some animated reboot of Married with Children.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm available to do the voice of Bud, and they just didn't get back to her. They're like, we don't even need Bud.
Well,
Nobody cares.
They don't have David Faustino money, right?
Yeah, no, they don't have Faustino money. Ed O'Neill money, sure. Katie Seagal money, absolutely. By the way, dude, you're talking about smoke shows that continued being hot forever. Holy fuck!
All the way, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
And she's in the new Roseanne too, and she's still fuck yeah.
Yep. Tell up to fucking today how she found the fountain of youth or something, man. I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe she's a species.
Just imagine what chicks are going to look like 50 years from now, right? With if women now are like 50, 60 years old and they're looking this good, they look like they're 30 or 40. Yeah. Which I don't know if that sounds like an asshole with me saying that, but
that'll be good, because by then my wife will be dead. All the hot ones will be like 50. I'll be 90. So it'll be perfect.
Yeah, old people love to fuck, man.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't
being
mind
like
it.
70 years old and looking like a 50-year-old Katie Seagal, win-win, right?
You could do a lot worse, man. Let me tell you.
So anyway, man. A movie called Species,
our buddy Fitch is putting together a crack team to go hunt her down, right? So he gets Forrest Whitaker's character, who is kind of a psychic. But
he isn't. No, he isn't. Oh, at one point they find a fucking car that they know that she stole. Right? Mm-hmm. It's on the side of the road, out of gas. He says to the guy, he goes, "She got out and she walked." No fucking shit, Sherlock. Which way did she go? She went in the direction the car's facing on this highway. What the fuck? I don't think at any point his fucking thing really does anything.
When he's introduced, it works. Because
that's the first thing. Yes, that's the only time his fucking shit works.
When somebody knocks on the door and he's like, "Oh, I should get that. That's for me. It's important." And his therapist's like, "What? What?" Yeah, that's the only. So okay, he's an empath apparently, and what that means is that he can feel things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I guess you explain like emotions to autistic people, is that he has a magic power that makes him feel what other people feel.
If you're gonna do this, you have to make him full on psychic, right? Where he closes his eyes and he can connect up because you gave him something that she held on to while she was in that fucking biodome. Right?
Exactly. Make him a psychic. It's that easy.
Don't go half measures on this fucking science fiction movie. We got a fucking alien kid who's fucking aging out on a fucking train.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Because he shows them, he's like, all right, here's what happened. Apparently they were given a DNA. Well, first of all, this is where I call bullshit on this movie. This is number one. The first transmission they get is a recipe for some element that'll allow them to create unlimited clean burning ethanol for free.
Well, if I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'm buying into this because they're like, yeah, oh, fuck, right. Oh, I guess they do have a species.
Yeah, I suppose. So then then it sends them down a DNA strain that can be melded
Sexual
with human
contact, man. It's sexual contact.
DNA. It is. So they take and they've also figured out how to make the DNA strand, and then they inject it into a human zygotes. They do it to 100 of them, of which, what was it, 4 of them ended up being
No, I think
viable?
it was like 12 of them were viable, and something happened. They didn't split. And like, they have 4 of them frozen. I know that. Because I was like, all right.
They put a couple on ice for like leftovers. One of them they just fucking lost, I guess. I don't know. And this one is her. So we also learned that she ages rapidly.
Yeah.
Very, very rapidly, right? I think it was like in 1 month she looked like she was like 8. It was crazy.
Yeah. She's up there. Because I think she goes from Michelle Williams to Natasha Hendricks in, not even one train stop?
Yeah. Because she gets on that train and just like carbo loads, right, with a shitload of fucking food. And then the poor ticket taker lady walks in. She's like, God, it smells like somebody dumped.
No. This is her problem, because when you walk into a room, Eddie, and you see a gigantic fucking pussy that's hanging from the ceiling that's pulsing.
That's fair.
You turn around and walk the fuck out, right? There ain't nothing you're going to do to help that little girl.
If you first of all, the little girl's not there anymore. You don't see the little girl.
Well,
right?
she's looking for the little girl, and she sees this fucking gigantic fucking thing pulsing on the goddamn ceiling.
Right. So, Tim, you're putting me there. I'm going to go there mentally. Okay,
you
so
see
I work.
Huge pulsating pussy sitting on the ceiling.
Right, so I take my pants off. Yeah, I would have been fine.
At one point, I do have dinner. I don't care at this point. I'm still going for it. Yeah.
But yeah, so she walks in there, and then it like reaches out and grabs her, and you think like pulls her into the egg sac, whatever.
It's a pussy.
The pussy. Pulls
this is
her
all
into
designed by
HR
H.H. Yeah. So come on.
Yeah. Who also that train sequence?
Oh my God! No, I don't. Look, if you don't want to see a great science fiction movie, if you don't want to see a beautiful woman naked throughout maybe about like 35% of this movie, good shots of her, just for that train sequence with the fucking alien train, holy fucking shit.
Yeah. So the little fun fact about that on Internet Movie Database, so we'll see how valid it is, I don't know, was basically that MGM didn't want to shoot that nightmare train sequence because they thought they needed to keep the cost down on it. So Geiger was so pissed off about it. He's like, no, this has to be in the movie. Apparently, he fronted $100,000 to finance that scene being put into the movie.
For me, it makes this movie, whatever you want to give it, like if you want to give it a 5 stars, it makes it 6 stars. If you want to give it 9 stars, it's now a 10 stars just because of that fucking scene. It's incredible.
It's a fantastic set piece. It looks so good. Yeah. And that's the other thing. This is another one of them where, again, you've got early CGI and you've got practical effects.
That's done well, yes.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of them where you're looking at it and going, oh, that looks a little bit dated. And that's kind of like towards the end where they're doing the big shit with the fire and all that other stuff. But
yeah, that gets a little rough. But again, this is also not intended to be watched in 1080p.
True.
You know what I mean? That's the other thing. So, you know. 1995, man. Come on. You got to give it a little slack on that. So, okay. So the vagina thing, like, eats the poor ticket taker lady, then spits her out. And then our girl just emerges from the vagina thing.
With a clean uniform. She comes out naked, but then after that, the uniform is, oh my God, fucking sexy fucking train lady, huh?
Not only is it a clean uniform, but it fits.
Never did I think I had a fucking train fetish, but now, like, I want to be on the thing. I want her to come in, like, do you have a ticket? Like, no, I don't.
Look, man, 50 million autistic people can't be wrong. There's some good shit going on with trains, buddy. Let me tell you.
What the fuck does that got to do with autism? Trains.
They like trains for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Hold on, let me pull up something for you real quick. I'm going to pull up some Thomas the Train Engine fan fiction for you.
Oh, my God.
Now, I'm not going to show it to you, Tim. I just Googled Thomas the Tank Engine, who, for the listeners, that's a I guess a live action fucking puppet show about a train.
Is that the one I think I can? I think I can?
No, that's the little engine that could.
Okay.
No, this is the one that had Ringo Starr was the conductor, and then it was George Carlin. So anyhow, we're not going to read them.
Oh my god!
We're not going to read them.
Oh
I just
my
searched
god!
for it.
So, I'm looking. It's so fucking dense. The writing. Look at
Tim,
those posts. Oh my god! Those fucking posts are like fucking 500 words each one. Look at that.
Well, yeah, each one. No. Look at this one right here, Tim, is 12,020 words.
Oh my god!
This one's 9,000. This one's 72,000, Tim. There are, I'm going to say, roughly 25 to 50 on this page, Tim.
It's
Look at the number of them. There are 2.2 thousand fan fictions for Thomas the Tank Engine on fanfiction.net.
Okay, no.
So I just so you know, there are a lot of fans of trains out there. Some of them sexually, Tim. So you're in good company, is all I'm saying.
What do you mean I'm in good company? I didn't say anything about trains.
You said you found the train thing sexy. So okay, because she's in the train outfit.
The outfit, yes, not the train itself. Yeah,
Tim, she could wear a fucking burlap sack, and she's hot as shit.
The most ridiculous fucking wedding dress you've ever seen in your life, and she's still, oh my fucking god!
I love that.
Yes.
Okay. I love this scene because it reminds me of something my wife told me. So she's in downtown LA, right? She's walking at the Boulevard of Broken Dreams at the corner of Hollywood and Vine, right? Where all the freaks are. And they're talking about like, oh, she was on her way to LA. Well, everything is permissible in LA.
I mean, a blonde in LA, how the fuck are you going to find that?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. The only place to be harder to find her is fucking Dubai. So they... And speaking of Dubai, she finds this like a clothing store, like a bridal store, walks in there, gets this like Russian mail order bride outfit.
Well, all right, hold on. Because you have to imagine, she's buying a wedding dress on Hollywood Boulevard. Okay? That would be the equivalent of going to Times Square to buy a wedding dress.
Yeah.
So you ain't getting
probably not
that,
good.
Yeah, you're not getting that many pics. Plus, it's like costs $100, which even in 1995, $100 wedding dress, no.
Yeah, that'd be what? That'd be like $300 maybe nowadays.
Maybe $400, even $500 if you want to thank Joe Biden.
Yeah, exactly. So she gets this fucking bonkers wedding dress and puts it on. Again, though, Tim, wood.
Hell yeah.
Completely would.
Yes, 100%. There's no doubt.
You know what, Tim? I'll tell you what. I'll be so bold as to say this. She could walk around wearing nothing and I'd still like it.
It would take you a little getting used to, but yes.
I'd be perfectly all right with it.
There's so many points on my notes where I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'd still do it. Yeah, I'd still keep going. Yeah, at this point, in for a penny. Right?
Well, this is the part where it gets a little scary because she starts noticing babies. And I'm like, shit. Starting to kick in that biological clock. See, this is why pro tip, guys, go get a vasectomy and then just don't tell anybody.
Well, the way that she's growing, her clock is ticking like she's maybe like hours.
She's got that big doomsday clock that they keep moving.
All right, no, wait, hold on. Here's a question I have. She's in the next two movies, right?
Yeah.
Why isn't she like 95 years old by the time she gets to part 3?
Dead? Well, Tim, I have that note. I was like, if they just wait for an hour, she's going to be too old and nobody's going to want to fuck her in L.A.
Yeah, but she's going to do a fucking fruit fly thing. She's going to fucking live for like 2 hours and reproduce the next generation, so...
That's true. Yeah. So, okay, then while she walks across the street, and this is very downtown L.A., I'll give them this one. She finds, like, the Pump and Dump Inn. It's like the grossest fucking motel, dude. And
with the nicest fucking hotel,
LA.
Dude, you've ever seen in any of these hotels, right?
Well, sort of, because she's all like, I'm foreign, I need a room. And he's like, yeah, $65 a night. She whips out this bundle of cash, and he's like, yeah, that'll do. And he takes it
Well, you get the
all.
bridal suite, yeah. Well, I mean, she's dressed up for it, so...
That's fair. Yeah. So then she's like, all right, heads into the room, checks out some porno. What are you going to do? Because you know they got porno.
Yeah, she's watching Skinamax, yeah.
So while this is happening, the nerds decide, like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Why don't we just make a clone of the alien DNA without the human?
Yes. See what we're dealing with.
See what happens. Yeah. See what we're fucking dealing with.
Gandhi is known for being peaceful, not smart.
That's fair. This guy's not very peaceful, though.
True.
Because so they go to put it to do the thing where you inject it into the zygote. I don't know what the zygote they're injecting it into is. If it's pure alien DNA, I guess they have an alien egg. I don't know.
Well, at this point, we have unlimited energy, right? So you can. How much
That's
Bitcoin
true.
Can you make with that fucking unlimited energy? Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah. Why would you even need the Bitcoin though? If unlimited energy is free, what's the purpose of money?
Well, you don't make any money off of unlimited energy for free.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? That's why they killed the electric car. Oh wait,
yeah. No. Well, don't say that. Because no, they didn't kill it. They just made it suck, and they gave it to Elon.
No,
Musk.
they just recalled them all.
Yeah,
Every single car on the road.
I love that shit, man. What a fucking piece of shit car. Fucking enjoy your trash car, you fucking morons that bought one. Enjoy your shit welfare car.
No. Look, the people who bought the car, I think for the most part, they were trying to do, something good for the environment, right? They're the beta testers, right? They're the ones who are going to make it better for the next, like,
all right.
Yeah, well.
You got that right, Tim. But there's other companies that make electric cars, Tim.
Yeah, but none of them shot a fucking car into outer space like fucking heavy metal. Come on.
That's my point, though, is that's what makes it suck. It's fucking Elon Musk. He never got over things being random are the most fucking hilarious things in the world. So that's just where his brain is still at. So anyway, they make the fucking clone. They go to inject the zygote, and the camera fucks up. So, of course, Red goes, she's like, I could fix the camera. You know, they're like, no, you can't do that. It's a union thing. We got a camera guy.
What does it even matter?
He only works.
What the fuck does it even matter to fix the camera? Because we're going to find out that very soon you don't need a fucking microscopic camera to see what the fuck is going on.
Well, right, yeah, and they can look in the room. They can see in the room. That's not a problem. So whatever, Michael Madsen and her pop in there to go fucking replace the camera. They do, and then they're like, oh shit, it's already fucking
too late. They drop a screw, yeah.
It's going through the meiosis or whatever the fuck cell replication
look,
it uses.
Here's where this movie benefits from having a good cast, because this is actually kind of suspenseful. Where they're all like with all this stuff, because we got Ben Kingsley, Alfred Molina, and the other two, but
Michael Madsen,
yeah, he's all right too. But the chick from China Beach, she's doing a good job. But it's actually suspenseful to what's going to be happening with
because
the countdown.
The thing starts going fucking crazy in there, and tentacles squirming like that one Daedric god from Skyrim that's all just tentacles and shit. And it's flopping all around going crazy. Fucking busts through the glass, and Madsen's like, yeah, hey, let us the fuck out of here. We're going to die, dickhead.
You need some strong glass, right? The little girl busted out of that fucking glass biodome they had her in. Put a fucking double layer on that goddamn shit.
Yeah. Well, Madsen tries to break out the glass window with a chair. That doesn't fucking work.
Well, I hope not, yeah.
Yeah. So instead, Kingsley just like, boop, hits the button. He's like, all right, well, we're just going to burn the place down in 2 minutes. So that's how this goes. And you guys are locked in there. So sorry.
Isn't it kind of stupid to have a timer on it? Just have the button where I hit it, and then that's it. The room is in flames, because maybe 2 minutes is a minute and 30 seconds too long.
I'll tell you what it is, Tim. It's OSHA regulations. It's the same reason they have to label the strychnine. OSHA, they have an inspector come by every fucking 30 days. Where's your strychnine? Is it properly labeled? Is it more than 15 feet away?
Are you working someplace where you have strychnine close at hand, where you're seeing the OSHA people coming to the point where it's annoying you?
Daily. Let me tell you, daily, buddy. So all right. So doesn't matter. By the way, there's another nerdy scientist guy here that kind of looks like I'm gonna say like a mop top dollar store Hugh Grant vibe we got going on here.
I don't remember who he is at all that you're talking about.
He's the guy that ends up fucking her at the end.
Oh, is he a scientist?
Yeah.
Luckiest scientist ever.
Yeah. So he fucking just finally reaches over and hits the button to let him out, right? Because Madsen, he rips the gas line out. He makes a flamethrower out of it.
Yeah.
He's trying to burn the shit.
Pokes it with a mop.
Pokes it with a mop handle a couple of times. That doesn't fucking work. So, yeah, I don't know, man. You'd need like some brass knuckles maybe, or like a taser or something. Nothing.
A razor blade. Cut that fucking alien's ear off, man. Come on.
Yeah, something. Well, his music's not on, Tim, is the problem. So, yeah, fucking dude hits the button. The nerd scientist opens the door. They go rushing out, hits it again, closes the door. The whole thing burns down. And they're like, all right, well, now we know that alien DNA is a monster. What did you expect? Did you expect E.T. was going to come out? Like, hey, guys, what's up?
Like I said, it moves the plot along. It gets like an extra, 10 minutes of the scenes. Gets the movie moving. Because the movie moves along at a clip.
It does. Because we go immediately from that. There's no like, wow, that was crazy. We need to investigate. No, smash cut from that to our girl, dolled up, walks up to the dude. She's like, where can I find a man? And he's like, dude, go around the corner to the
less than 30 feet is all it's going to take.
Go down to the Filled Holes Club at the fucking end of the fucking block. Just head in there. So she pops by this club, dude, and immediately locks in on this one guy. And, dude, the guys in this club, by the way, the outfits they're wearing, the hair they've got going on, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, at that time it was working, right?
Yeah, it was. I guess that was the vibe at the time, man.
Otherwise, that bouncer's not going to let you in if you got a crazy, stupid fucking haircut.
No, she gets in immediately, too.
Oh, yeah, she gets in for free. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, all right, legs, get in here. And I'm like, legs aren't too bad, too. I wasn't looking there, but I got you. So,
this is maybe the last time that I remember seeing, like, leather hot pants, right?
Yeah. This was maybe around the end of the hot thing you comment on a woman being her legs, too. Because for years...
No, wait, hold on. Because I can tell you exactly when the ass came into style. What year did Jennifer Lopez star in U-Turn by Oliver Stone with Sean Penn? Because that was the year that did it. Because that fucking trailer has a fucking ass shot of her in a short red skirt. Like 3 fucking times. Oh, well. All right, so we're right. We're 2 years away from the ass, yeah.
So, yeah, this is the end of where it moved up from the legs to the ass. And I got to tell you, I applaud that decision.
I mean, it's all good. I got no problem at all.
Legs are nice, man, but to quote the one Billy Gunn, I'm an ass man. So, okay, it's whatever. I'll take whatever you throw my way. How about that?
Yeah.
So she locks in on this dude and just walks up. He's like, hi. And he's like, hey, what's up? Other chick fucking just stiff arms her ass like fucking Mean Joe Green, pops in there and is like, hey, I got a party to go to, but nobody to take me. Dude's
okay,
like,
what do you do, Eddie? What do you do? Because I have written down
both.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 Natasha Hendritzes in the bush.
That's true. Yeah,
right. Because you got this one's guaranteed. This one's locked down. She's jumping on your dick. But there is this one who is incredibly beautiful compared to this one. She's not bad looking, but she's no Natasha.
I'll tell you what the move is, Tim. When she's like, all right, we'll go back to your place. I got to go to the bathroom first. Mm-hmm. She leaves to go to the bathroom. You lock back in on Natasha Henstridge and you say, hey, listen.
Oh, yeah.
This girl's already down.
Yeah.
How open-minded and liberated are you?
Tick tock. What? How can you convince me to get into you? Yes.
Yeah. What could I do to put me into you? So, because the other girl's already down.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, Yeah. So if you're just like, look, we're gonna do a little swippy swap mix in thing tonight. How about that?
Well,
Yeah,
no, because I think that would be the quandary, because you got Natasha, who is showing you some interest in the club, right? And she looks like that. And then let's say Natasha's a 10. This chick is like what, 7, 7.5, which again, I'm going to sound like an asshole saying this, but compared to Natasha, but like you have the guaranteed one versus maybe.
So, Tim. That's why I'm saying, pal, shoot for the stars. That's why.
There you go. There you go. I don't want. You wouldn't even go empty-handed, because you'd end up with something in your hand at the end of the night.
I think it was best described by Chris Farley in Tommy Boy when he was in the restaurant and he figured out how to sell, because he got the chick to put the wings in the fryer for him, even though the fryer was supposed to be off. And then David Spade's like, how the hell did you sell to her like that? You did so good. He's like, well, there was no risk. I have half of Meat Lover's Pizza in the back of the car. So either way, I'm good. Dude, you got half of Meat Lover's Pizza in the back of the car. You might as well shoot for the wings, too. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she does leave her alone. That's crazy. Yes.
Yeah. So
ladies, how are you going to
buddy?
leave this fucking guy alone with Natasha? Right? You lock that shit down. You taking the shit home and fucking pissing in the back of the taxi on the way home.
What I'm saying, but it doesn't matter, because Natasha goes in the bathroom and just fucking kills this bitch.
She blows her back out better than anything this guy would have done. Literally.
From behind you, she blows her back out. Because she just like fucking like juggernauts through the wall.
The brick part of the wall, not the fucking stall from the left or the right. Yeah, that's where you're expecting it to come. You think it's going to come underneath or over, but no.
Tim, she does the glory hole the hard way. She goes through the brick, not through the divider. Holy shit. And just fucking right through her back and like rips her spine in half. Because when you see her, she's folded up like the hobo, just the opposite direction. And then so she walks out. She's like, all right, I'm going to try to, get some dick. That guy's moved on. He's got his own shit going on. So she finds sleazeball, I guess is the best way to describe the dude. Scummy because guy.
Well, yes, he turned out to be that guy, but he's described as the bartender later on as probably the nicest guy in the club.
Yeah, that's true.
Which,
I mean,
that's not saying much. Yeah, that's not saying much. The nicest guy in the club. Yeah, called Id.
I'll tell you what, though, Tim. If you asked around L.A. in 1995 about Harvey Weinstein, a lot of people probably tell you, you know what? He's one of the nicest guys I've met.
I'll bet you there's probably tons of pictures of famous people and influential people that you can find with pictures of Harvey Weinstein. Yes.
Yeah.
Which,
who
for some people, it's going to say, hey, look, that means Hillary Clinton was down with Harvey Weinstein. But then there's pictures of somebody else with Jeffrey Epstein, and that doesn't mean anything because that guy was working undercover to bust up Jeffrey Epstein.
See, that's a really good, like, an abstract joke, right? Because you could point it out. You could be like, yeah, I really fucking hate the dickhead in the picture with Epstein, right? And then you, the listener, if you agree with me or you like me and you're Republican, let's say, you'd be like, oh, yeah, he's probably talking about Clinton. Ha, ha, ha. Or inversely, you could think, yeah, he's talking about Trump. Ha, ha, ha. But fooled y'all, it was Chris Tucker.
Look, all I'm going to say is there's plenty of pictures of Jeffrey Epstein with a lot of politicians, except for one, Joe Biden, and that's because he was already asleep.
That's true.
Look at that. See? A little bit something for everybody. See?
He goes to bed too early to fly out to the island. Plus, he'd probably get lost on the way. So, it's okay. We love you, Joe Biden. I'll be voting for you, buddy.
Hell yeah. Well, not a great choice, but the right choice. Yeah.
Again, South Park nailed it. A giant douche or a turd sandwich. What do you want to vote for? Those are your choices every fucking year. Oh, man. So, okay. She goes up with dude to it. And by the way, the way she hits on this guy, fantastic. She just walks out of the bathroom, takes her fucking shirt off.
God.
Just walk around in a bra in the club.
Seinfeld ripped them off, or she ripped off Seinfeld, whichever one. I don't know, but it works.
I don't know.
And again, at this point, you don't have to say anything, right? I'm foreign. That's all you have to say. My name is Rochelle, speaking of Seinfeld. That's all you have to say. In 1995?
Yeah, that would have been. You don't need to say anything. By the way, Tim, that episode of Seinfeld, 1996, with the bra.
Yeah.
Just saying, everybody's ripping off whole species. So yeah, dude. Anyhow, she gets in Scuzzy Dude's fucking car. They drive up to his house in the hills, which you know is just one of the producer of the movie's houses.
Probably, yes.
Fucking roll into there. He's like, all right, I'm going to go take a shower real quick because I probably smell like the last girl I told I was going to give a job. So I'll be right back. Showers, comes back out. He's like, all right, get naked. We're fucking. She gets up to him, gives him a whiff. Tim thought it was like ball odor or something. He wasn't sure what happened here. But apparently she was able to sniff out that this dude was diabetic. So she's like, no, don't want any of that dick.
I did not know why I just thought that there was just like something like something was off on this. I was like, what? But then I think,
well, it doesn't come up until later, right? Because what happens is then he tries to force himself on her, so she rams her tongue through his mouth, out the fucking back of his head, and just kills him on the ground dead. So then she like steals his car, drives the fuck off, gets out of there. Our crew, they go down to the club because, you know, they figured out the motel she's in. They asked the guy working at the motel, where is she? Oh, she went to the club. Asks the bartender at the club, okay, where is, have you seen this girl? Yeah, she left with, like you said, the nicest rapist in Hollywood, which he might have been. There's a lot of them, so that's a big crowd. Let me tell you.
Be proud, yes.
Yeah, so he could be the nicest rapist in Hollywood. Who knows? Anyhow, they get up to the house, and when they're investigating, because she's gone, they find the dead body, then they're like, why the fuck didn't she fuck him? There was a dick right here. And then the lady's like, well, in rats, they can sometimes smell disease in each other, so they won't reproduce. Then the guy finds a needle. He's like, needle, baby. He was a druggie or a diabetic. Then they pull out the little amphule.
Well, is that true? Because we had the bubonic plague.
Yeah, but the rats didn't suffer from that. The lice that were on them had the bubonic plague too.
Yes, but the rats need people, right? The more people you have, the more rats you have, right? The more people who are producing garbage and refuge for you, the more to eat and take home in.
That's true. So it is a kind of a symbiotic relationship. So yeah, maybe. Or maybe the parasite gives them a thing like... you know how, what is it? The cats, toxoplasmosis?
Yes, yeah.
If a rat eats that, then it no longer fears cats.
Mm-hmm.
Because the bug that's in them, the little virus thing, has to get
incredible
into the
how
stomach
that
of a
shit
cat.
works, right? There's some fucking thing that...
crazy.
I think there's a whole fucking thing. I remember reading a story about it where there's a parasite that a sheep eats, and it doesn't affect the sheep. It just gets in the stomach, right? The sheep takes a shit, and ants eat that shit, which then makes that ant go crazy and crawl up to the highest part of a leaf, which then gets them eaten by some bug that shits and then reproduces what the sheep eats.
Yeah. I saw a worm that had, or a slug. There was a slug that had that fucking worm in it. It's a famous fucking
the zombie
show
thing?
Clip. Yeah, dude, that shit is fucking freaky. Fuck nature. So... yeah, no, they figured out, okay, well, he was diabetic, so she didn't want to fuck him. Whatever, that's cool. So then while they're having this conversation, she's having these fucking H.R. Geiger dreams about having alien sex, and where they're like her as an alien and another alien wrapping around each other, fucking, and it's pretty hot, I got to admit. So... then we cut
something
back,
different, right?
Yeah. So
you hit the random button on Pornhub.
Yeah, you scrolled down too far. You got to page 14 in Pornhub. So then she wakes up, right? Because she fell asleep out on the beach in the car parked next to the beach. Which, by the way, they would have arrested you. You know,
arrested at best. Anywhere. At best, she's a fucking incredible looking woman passed out in the fucking on the beach in a fucking beautiful fucking convertible.
Yeah, that's true. I think they said she was in Santa Monica at the time. So, yeah, she probably would have been...
at the very best, she should have woken up without a catalytic converter.
I don't think they were stealing them back then.
Yeah, that's true.
That's more of a modern thing. Stealing catalytic converters and what else did kids do now? Oh, now they do nicotine pouches. That's the other thing kids are doing now.
Wait, the skulls?
No. They're called Zyn, Z-Y-N.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's a little pouch of nicotine.
Yes.
It's not tobacco. There's no tobacco in the pouch. It's just fucking nicotine.
I think that's pretty much skulls. Which, it was like.
Yeah, but these are flavored. They've got like moonberry pie. I think there's Sharkleberry Fin.
Every generation of kids are going to have something that's going to make them grow up with a fucking hole in their cheek, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's funny, though, because they can't sell it in California because we have all these pussy laws out here, and you can't have flavored tobacco in California.
Oh, shit. So that shit's going for a premium.
That's Tim.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, buddy.
Eddie, I'll make a trade with you. You send me a bunch of fucking cheap weed. I'll send you a bunch of fucking cheap nicotine patches.
Yep. And then what I'll do is I'll go out. There's an elementary school right by where I live. I'll just go sell them to all the kids out there.
There you go.
Win-win. There you go. I'm getting rid of some of those noisy fucking kids from the school and making some money on it. So anyway, she wakes up, gets out of her fucking car, and then just goes and gets hit by a car immediately. Just the craziest fucking hit and run, dude. Because she just get jettisoned off of this car, goes flying through this fucking bus stop. She's just fucked, right?
Well, we got a good Samaritan.
No Samaritan is as good as this, unless he's playing the long game.
No, yeah. Well, come on, it's Natasha. Come on. At this point, you're like, she's hot enough that she has to have money, or she's married to somebody who has money.
Okay, that's fair.
Right?
But this guy takes her to the fucking emergency room in his car, gives them the credit card, and is put it on my card.
Oh my God, this is the most incredible thing, because I'm like, dude, that's fucking tens of thousands of fucking dollars, no health insurance? And you're taking to a fucking emergency room without even the ambulance. You're driving her there, but that's fucking crazy expensive.
And this is before Obamacare, too, so it's even worse.
Yeah, look at that. Another illegal alien getting health care. Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, and that guy is paying for it, a taxpayer.
American guy having to pay for that shit, yeah.
In fucking California.
We need to build a space wall.
So, but I think the dude, now I'm thinking about it, I think the dude's playing the long con.
Dude, come on. If
he's like, look, bitch, I just paid $20,000.
If that's Roseanne Barr that got hit by that car, nobody's putting their fucking credit card up for her. Come on, for real.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't like Roseanne, so,
Just anybody who doesn't look like Natasha, who gets hit by a car.
I don't think I'd go to an ER and just give them my debit card and be like, hey, whatever you need, run the bill up.
Here's my PIN number,
that much. Yeah, anytime. By the way, pro tip for everybody, if you ever have to go to the emergency room and you get a crazy fuck bill from it, tell them to send you an itemized bill at the end of it, because all of a sudden that $16,000 will go down to $2,000.
My insurance company is questioning this bill. Can you send me an itemized bill as to why everything costs so much? Done.
All of a sudden that bill gets dropped real quick. It's pretty funny.
Tell them you have a podcast also. That helps.
Yeah. Exactly. Tell them you're a famous podcaster. So, okay. So, fucking, he picks her up off the ground. Her shoulder is fucked, right? Because they show her in the emergency room, and the dude's like, oh, yeah, her entire fucking shoulder is fucked medically. That's my opinion. So, this is, dude, she's going to need 19 pins in it and yada, yada. And
you got another credit card?
Annoyed. Yeah.
You got a gold card? You got the American Express black card? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's going to need the Amex black card. And while we're in there, too, we could tighten some things up, add a little fit job, a little, just saying.
Yeah, because, she is an alien, but she isn't as good as that Terminator chick with being able to change her bust. So
that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. If she could, because later we'll see she cuts off her finger and grows one back, right? So could she just be like, I want some bigger titties?
Just keep cutting them off until they got bigger and bigger?
Yeah.
Different type of movie, then.
I guess so. Yeah. We'll have to make that movie, Tim. So the guy, she walks out just fine now. And the guy's like, hey, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm okay. And he's like, cool. So the doctor said you can go? She's like, I can go. Like, all right, well, that's enough for me. Let's go fuck.
Yep.
So I love this move, too. Brings her to his pad, right? Feeds her wine, cheese, and grapes next to the hot tub that he has turned on. That is a great fucking move, man.
Doesn't he do it all with a snap of a finger, too?
Yeah. She's like, what's this? He's like, oh, hot tub. Bink. And it's on. I'm like, dude, this guy's like Quagmire level. This guy's fantastic.
He's got a smart house before anybody else had a smart house.
Yeah. So she moves straight onto his ass. She's like, all right, let's get in this fucking hot tub. They're in the hot tub, right? They're making out. They're about ready to get it going. And she's like, all right, you don't need these fucking these shorts. Get this shit off. And he's like, whoa. Hold, settle down here, young lady.
Why?
Mind
what the
blown.
fuck is wrong with you, dickhead?
Mind blown. Mind just blown. Poof. What the fuck? Impossible. Okay. I get in a second, because she's like, oh, you don't need this, whatever. Takes it off of him, gets up, starts trying to fuck. And he's like, hold on, don't we need protection? And she's like, no, I want a baby. Okay,
No, hold on. She doesn't say the baby thing until a little bit later on. But even at that point, I'm like, you know what? It's L.A. She's a blonde. She probably doesn't even remember where I live, right? Just dump her back off on fucking Hollywood Boulevard, and we're all good.
That's true. 95 didn't really have the DNA testing down. That's a good point, Tim.
Well, no, they got DNA on this in this fucking thing.
No, they didn't get DNA. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So she's trying to get her fuck on with this guy as the squad shows up, because they go to the hospital after they find the car, you know. They're Scooby-Dooing it, right? They keep asking everybody, where'd you go? They get the credit card number off of the hospital, by the way, which, are they law enforcement? How the fuck are they getting this?
Well, I think we're just supposed to assume that they're above the government's whatever they want, they're getting.
Gotcha. Okay. And the hospital knows that too, which is good. So, okay, they get the credit card info, head out. Old Red gets on her little typey clicky laptop. She's like, okay, I'm going to hack the mainframe.
Yeah, is she supposed to be a hacker? What the fuck is she?
I guess so. She's the hacker. Our boy is the empath, Forrest Whitaker. Then you got Michael Madsen's the fixer, right? He's the wolf. He's the something goes wrong and needs somebody dead.
No, Mr. Wolf is somebody different.
Yeah. But he's just like a killer, right? He's the government.
Well, yeah, because he says that anybody, whenever they call me, they want something dead. Yeah.
Right. So that's their, and then I guess she's the hacker. See, this is why Frank Ocean had 11 people, because for 4 people, you're not covering all your bases.
Plus,
you know
all of a sudden,
I mean?
they want to fuck for some reason.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is now Red and Madsen want to fuck. They've been working up to it, you know, and the cute little things, little remarks to each other. She's kind of cracked his hard shell, his hard exterior. That they, by the way, this is mostly just implied. There's not a lot of scenes of them building their characters.
Nope.
Because we don't have time for that shit. Fuck that. I mean, Tim, would you say this is like a modern B movie? Like, when it came out, was that, you think, the goal?
No. I mean, just the cast. This had to cost money. This can't be a B movie. They had to really think that they really had something here, because Michael Madsen at his peak after Reservoir Dogs, Ben Kingsley, okay, 2 years off of Schindler's List.
True, yeah.
Forrest Whitaker. At this point, Forrest Whitaker, he might not have been the Forrest Whitaker that he was going to be, but he was still something at that point.
Okay.
And Alfred Molina. That's just got to cost fucking money.
okay, looking into it, 35 million is the estimated budget in 95. So that's pretty good.
And you
That's
get
good
Geiger
money.
to do that shit. That shit's not fucking cheap.
Well, he had to pay it
No.
himself.
Well, yeah. Well, all right. Here we go again. Because Geiger thinks, okay, I'm going to do this fucking movie to begin with, and now I'm going to lay out money from my own fucking pocket to finish it.
Did they tell Geiger at the end of it it's just literally going to be aliens with us marching through fucking tunnels with a flamethrower? Did they tell him that? Because he probably wouldn't have been so fucking happy.
That's the scene that you film first. You don't film that last, yeah.
You get that out of the way, yeah. So, okay. She fucking kills the dude she's trying to have sex with, right? Because she's like, oh shit, they're coming. But the way that, because she can hear them, knocking on the door, trying to come in and see this guy, the squad. And I guess she can smell them too. I don't know. So the way she kills the dude in the hot tub is by like putting him underwater, turning into the alien form of herself, which is, again, just H.R. Geiger completely. It's a lot of like weird fin, angular, scaly flesh with a bunch of like different phallic and yonic like orifices and proboscises and shit popping out of her. I mean, we haven't even gotten to the snake nipples. We'll get there. So she takes this dude, though, drags him underwater, and then starts just tentacle raping him to death. So by the time the squad shows up, fucking he's just in like a dude soup in the hot tub where he's just floating there. He's doing the old dead man float in this like kind of reddish blood filled hot tub. And she's fucking long gone. She's out. Right. So then the move is like, okay, guys, we really got to find her because clearly she killed this guy and dipped. But in the meantime, we also got to make sure she didn't have sex. So why don't we drain the hot tub out, I guess? Because they check the pool filter for any sort of like cummies in the pool filter.
Is that what they're looking for? Is they looking for the filter getting all stuck together with some white shit?
Well, yeah, because they say, well, we didn't find any of his DNA in the pool filter, so he hadn't had sex. And then Michael Madsen's got the little quip of, well, maybe she decided to take it with her.
That's a tight pussy. If you can bust inside of a chick, inside of a fucking hot tub, all right, and none of your DNA is sneaking out of that, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Or maybe she was just down there doing some pearl diving, Tim.
It's not like a Pokemon. You can't get them all.
Yeah.
There's bubbles in that shit. Come on. Little things are breaking off. Yeah.
Tim, imagine if much like the Chuck Palahniuk book, one of her one of her little nipple snake things got stuck in the pool sucker upper inlet.
Well, it looks like she can elongate that longer than you can elongate your intestines. So
I don't know. Your intestines are over 2 miles long, Tim.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Look, the kid just didn't want it enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I love that. I listen to that audio book at least like 2 times a year. I love that. It's so fucking good. And I just rewatched.
Choke?
No, not Choke. Oh my god. I'm fucking blanking on it. Which is the one with Sam Rockwell?
The one with Sam Rockwell.
Where he plays a sex addict who's.
Yeah, that's Choke.
Oh wait, hold on. So Guts is for the thing with you're talking about the swimming pool, diving for pearls. That's in Haunted. That's in Haunted. That's a short story.
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's fun. I just rewatched Choke. It's his lesser known movie, but he's really good in it. And
it is
how
good,
you take that book and make it an hour and 32 fucking minutes, I don't know, but
I know you appreciate it because of all the scams the guy's running. You know,
that's a good scam. I like that. That shit's good. Yeah.
It was a pretty good scam. That's fair.
Except for telling Melinda and the old lady war that you heard her woo-woo 45 years ago.
Yeah, that's a bad move. For sure. So she fucking dipped out of there, right? And immediately finds just some other chick kidnaps her, ties her up, throws her in her fucking car, drives off to her house, right? Then the squad, they're all like trying to fucking find her ass. You know, they have no fucking clue where she's at now because there's no cum in the pool. The guy's dead. They have no leads. They're like, shit. So they're like, all right, I guess we'll check the club tomorrow, see if she went back there to try to find another guy. Because it's literally the only other location we have. Right?
That hot blonde woman in L.A. could find a guy who wants to fuck her. She has to go back to this club, yes.
That's the only place where there are straight males that want to have sex is this one club. I'm like, dude, throw a rock, you know?
You're going to hit a cock. I mean, if you throw a rock, you're going to hit a cock, yes.
Yeah, just drive a few miles outside of town. I'm right here, you know?
Fuck it, I'll get on an airplane.
Well, 95, I would have been 14, and I would have been in Washington, but I could have put something together. It would have been worth the wait.
It would have been worth the walk, yeah.
You know what? I would have been a railroad hobo just to get down here, Tim. I'll tell you. But I would have waited until after she aged, not like that hobo.
Oh, he just had to wait like 10 minutes.
I know.
Patience, people. Come on.
Patience. If it's 10 minutes or if it's, 5 years, just wait until they're of age. Okay,
it's
guys?
10 minutes
really
or it's 10 to 15.
10 minutes, 10 years, or 10 in prison. Right, exactly. So then she wakes up next to the chick that she kidnapped because she's having a dream about fucking Michael Madsen.
Yep.
So she wakes up, she's like, oh man, I had a scary dream. You ever have any scary dreams? To this poor fucking kidnapped lady.
Who just saw this alien chick sleep cum.
Yeah, and do weird, like, finny things with her body and the skin, under her skin moving around like there's fucking eels in her and shit. And she's like, oh, you ever have any weird dreams? She's like, yeah, I'm living one. Right now is a fucking nightmare. How about that? So then she just tells her, like, look, bitch, you're not going to get out of this shit alive.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry to tell you that. I got plans for you.
You saw my face.
Yeah.
My old face.
So... Oh, and by the way, is because she saw Michael Madsen at the hotel. By the way,
I mean, It's Michael Madsen. He's young, but come on, she got to fixate on him.
She could have done a lot better than Madsen.
Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe because she's picking up that he's like the alpha guy. He's a killer. He's strong, right?
Yeah.
Versus the guy with diabetes or the other fucking idiot.
But then she ends up fucking the basically
the
fucking
guy who's
Ross
smart
from Friends.
Doc Ock. Doc Ock's getting his cock wet.
He's getting his cock wet.
She's like, I went out with this guy last night. He's a scientist, but all of a sudden he turned into an octopus.
Yeah. She's like, hey, you know about Peter Parker? He's like, yeah, isn't that the spider dude? She's like, no, I want you to park your Peter in my vagina.
As I'm taking the hit, I'm already thinking, how am I going to work out? We're going to work. You got me taking a puff. So,
no worries, Tim. That's why we're a good team, right? We got each other's back on terrible puns. So, okay. So her plan is she steals a second car, loads one car up with gasoline and this broad, cuts her own thumb off.
This is pretty good. This is a smart fucking move. I got to hand it to her.
Yeah. Cuts her own thumb off, wedges it in like the door frame or some shit, then goes to the club, makes an appearance so the whole squad, everybody sees her ass, and they're like, shit, follow her. Gets into a high-speed chase with them. And earlier, by the way, she scoped out a power transformer.
Yep.
Which, at that point, you don't need the power transformer, but whatever, right? It makes a better show. It adds to
the story, that's right, yeah.
It does.
Another layer.
So they're fucking chasing her. They got the fucking helicopters out. It's like OJ again, right? And just zipping around fucking L.A. She does the Toonces the driving cat move and fucking goes off the side of the road. She dives out real quick, like, see ya. Dives out. This thing goes off like a fucking nuke.
The only flaw in the plan that I see on this is that the chick that she kidnapped and cut the thumb off is in the passenger side of the seat, seatbelted in.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could see a problem with that. But 95, there's a blonde who's dead. Her DNA matches, the thumbprint matches. That's it. They're gonna say that it's done. Mission accomplished, right?
For me, I would say the flaw is in assuming they're only going to test the DNA from the smallest part of the body that they can find in there, which is the thumb, versus the entire body of a person. Doesn't make any sense to me.
All right.
But hey, you know what? It's fine. It works out for her in the end because they fall for it. It's almost like somebody wrote it, you know? So now it's such a funny twist in the movie. I really love it because now they find that they're all like, okay, well, she's dead. I guess we did our job.
Yeah.
You know, but Madsen's not feeling it. He's like, I don't know, man. Something's a little off about this shit. And then the psychic, by the way, isn't just like, no, that bitch ain't dead. He's like,
isn't this before he tells Alfred that, guess what, you're not going to fuck Marge? She got the hots for Mike.
Yeah, this is before she tells Alfred that he's not going to get any pussle a douche out of her. So they're hanging out, they're partying, they're having a few drinks. Forrest Whitaker doesn't drink, though, so they get him a Long Island iced tea, which, Tim, you're from the area. They have a good Long Island iced tea out there?
Here's the other thing I noticed. Here's a flaw, because he said, Alfred Molina says, well, since we've accomplished what we're supposed to do and we're on the government dime, let's get another round. And then that's when Forrest says, I don't drink, which, wouldn't you know that from the first round?
That's true, yeah.
And then, do you start somebody off on a Long Island iced tea?
Well, but then I guess they're tricking him because he thinks it's tea. So he's also a child. He has the brain of a child, apparently. So
he can't pick up on the fact that they're getting him, they're fucking around with them.
I will tell you, if you've never drank a Long Island iced tea, it is remarkable how it does not taste like alcohol.
Dude, try a fucking kamikaze. That's the shit that fucking wrecked my ass for the very first time with hard liquor with kamikazes, because that shit does not taste.
How did it wreck your ass?
Well, when I stood up and I sat down as fast as I fucking could, that shit hurt. Imagine doing a belly flop with your ass.
You had an unexpected landing event with your ass.
That shit was crazy, because I'm sitting there, I'm drinking. I drank 3 of those fucking things sitting down. I'm like, this ain't nothing. I can't. And I stood up. I was like, bam! And that was it. I was right back down in that fucking chair.
I told you, man, I don't know what the fuck it was. It was before, because back in our day, Tim, you might remember this, you had beer or you had wine coolers.
Yeah, Bottle and James. I know, yes, I know, yeah.
You didn't have hard ciders. You didn't have seltzer waters. You didn't have Mike's Hard Lemonade.
You told the guy at the counter, wait a second, this isn't alcohol. This is in the juice section. This is orange juice, yeah.
Right. Back in our day, Tim, all you had was Seagram's, Bartle and James.
Seagram's,
fucking.
Yeah.
I remember, and this is a racist term, so bleep it out. There was one called Oriental Dragon Fruit. One of the flavors.
Well, dragon fruit is an actual fruit, so.
I know that, but we're not supposed to say Oriental anymore. That's a problem.
Right.
So
I will bleep that out.
It's just weird. Okay, thank you, Tim. You and your buddy Peter Nerdney can bleep that out for me. Yeah. But Long Island iced teas, dude, they do not taste like alcohol. They don't.
Those are the most dangerous drinks.
Yeah, and it's 90% fucking alcohol. It's all the clear liquor with a splash of Coke in it and ice. That's a Long Island iced tea. They're fucking crazy.
That's what gets you wrecked,
So he starts getting fucking just shithouse drunk.
God, he's already a fucking
words.
empath. Now he's fucking drunk. It's even 10 times worse than hanging out with this guy.
Yeah, dude, nothing worse than a drunk
the waitress,
psychic.
we got to give her a bigger tip because she's got 3 kids that are staying with her. Her mother has to take care of them because she's working late at night.
And he starts to get all fucked up on him. And he's all, "It's good tea." I'm like, yeah, I've been there, motherfucker.
He likes his cuppa.
So, yeah, exactly. So anyway, Michael Madsen and Red go out. They have a little dance. They're like, all right, well, and then it just doesn't work out for them because of their conversation.
What was the conflict here?
I don't even remember because she just goes to her room, and then Forrest Whitaker tells him, like,
dude, come on.
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and she wants that dick. Go up
He's
there.
like, I just smelled the chair. Go up there. Yeah.
but so she heads to the bathroom, and Tim, we get a little Chekhov's hair dye commercial here.
It paid off,
because
yeah.
she saw the hair dye commercial at the beginning before the porno, and then apparently we didn't see it, but she went out and bought hair dye. Now you completely different woman, Tim.
Well, no. Hold on, because I the one thing I will give the movie credit for that it isn't done stupidly or bad. They never, at this point, they still have never gotten a clear shot of her face. The most thing that you always see, even from a little girl, is the blonde hair. Yep,
that's right. Because you see, that's right. Yeah, because in the motel, the security surveillance footage sucks. The Polaroid that the guy took with her when he was going to bang her out in the hot tub, that she turned her head real quick, so it was all like, just no, that's a good point, Tim. Okay, I didn't notice that. Hats off to you, buddy. Well, so far it's been a pretty well composed movie, right?
It's much better movie than you would think, because I told my friends I was doing this, and like, one of them went, one with the green bitch, and I'm like, what do you mean green bitch? And I'm like, well, there's a green background on it.
We're getting there, Tim. We're getting there, because it takes a hard turn here pretty soon.
It does, yes.
Hard turn into fucking cave horror for some weird reason, but whatever. So, okay, she goes upstairs Red goes upstairs to her room, right? Madsen's heading up to go fuck her. Natasha Henstridge now with brown hair, so completely different lady, and she cut her hair so it's shorter.
Yep, okay, a little bit shorter. Got some curls in it.
Goes following Red up to the room, and is just like, okay, well, but in the bathroom first, borrows her perfume, takes a little quick, she's like, oh, does this work on your boyfriend? She's like, yeah, to repel him.
So now she's not a sexual threat.
Right. So now Henstridge pops into the fucking elevator with Madsen, and he's like, that's a nice perfume. She's like, oh yeah, thanks. You want to fuck? He's like, oh, whatever. Ignores her, gets off on his floor, because now Tim, buddy, Natasha Henstridge, even with short brown hair, and God bless her, because I'm sure she's a wonderful woman.
Yep.
I'm going Natasha Henstridge 100 out of 100 times.
You're not committed to Red yet, right? Red is still up in the air.
No.
You don't know what's going on with that 100%, right?
Again, Tim, you could probably knock out a quickie in the elevator with Natasha, head up to fucking chick's room. What's her name? Dr. Laura.
No, come on. You got to at least take a fucking shower in between before you hit the fucking the
you hit the showers. Exactly. You'd be like,
well, no. Oh, my God. Here's what's even better. She smells the same perfume. So it's not even going to, like, Red's going to be like, oh, wait a second. Why are you wearing fucking, I don't know, Obsession by Calvin Klein, right?
There's, I don't want to say, well, I don't recall. It was one person or another person, famous person, that, and I don't want to say who, because I don't recall who. But they had this story about that their father would constantly cheat on their mother, right? And his move was he got a bottle of the lady's perfume, and he wore it, and he would say to the wife, he's like, I know it's for ladies, but I like how it smells. Just so if he came home smelling like the chick's perfume, she wasn't suspicious.
That's even more devious than giving it to your wife. So your wife was wearing, because maybe one day your wife's going to mix up her perfume.
Yeah, that's true. No, this guy was fucking clever, so he had a bottle of it in his car.
Well, yeah, clever could be one word, but...
a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Let's just... I mean, it's a 4D chess move, but he is a piece of shit.
Well, you know, that is true, because if you take the stupidest guy in the world, but tell him how you're going to cheat, all of a sudden it becomes a fucking genius. Yeah. Like, I got to buy the same perfume that my mistress is wearing, so my wife doesn't pick up on it. Yeah.
So we get this misdirect that she's going to go up and fuck Madsen, but no, Madsen ends up hanging out with Red, fucking her instead. And I guess they were told by the director that, like, look, whatever sex scene things you guys want to do, just do that.
Well, we see her tits, right?
We do see her tits because she goes to suck Madsen off, and we see her titties. Which, all right, hey, I wasn't expecting those.
Hey, look,
in the
so
movie.
far I don't like the wig that you're wearing, but maybe from the top it looks okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying these are bonus tits for this movie. We got a lot of Natasha tits. We could have not had those tits. I would have been fine. It's just a little extra. It's a cherry on top.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie where wait, there's too many titties in this movie. No.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think.
Why did it even take you that long?
Because I was trying to think if there were any like broads I didn't really want to see naked, and I saw their tits for too long in a movie. But
no.
Even then,
dude, I look at Roseanne Barr's tits if I could in a movie. I don't care.
Well, because of one of the unspoken rules, though, is once you've seen a woman's tits, you take her power away. Because you're like, I've seen your tits now. I don't want to see your tits. I've seen them. Okay. So your powers. Oh man. So okay. The misdirect is that Natasha Henstridge ends up with fucking Doc Ock cock. Right? She goes up and he goes up to his room. First, he tries to hit on two other ladies.
First of all, yeah,
like,
this is what I'm thinking. Good. This is how you get Alfred Molina for scale. He's like, wait a second, what role am I going to be playing? What's going to happen? Oh, yeah, I'll do this movie for $5,000.
Yeah. Okay, look, I'll do it for $5,000, but I got to fuck Natasha Henstridge in the movie. And they're like, all right, we'll rewrite it. It was going to be Madsen, but we'll just switch it over somehow, whatever. It's like, yes.
No, Mads is like, wait a second, at least I get a dream fuck, right?
Yeah, that's true. He did get a dream fuck. That's fair. The only guy that doesn't get the fuck is fucking Forrest Whitaker.
That's
Although,
true.
Technically, Tim, if he can go into people's heads and
he does, he is busting later on with Alfred Molina. I'm like, wait a second, is that a fucking empathy hard on that he has, or what?
He fucking busts an empath nut, Tim. Now all of a sudden,
oh man, just go into like a fucking hotel and just like I want the room that's right in the middle of the hotel. I don't want top floor. I don't want bottom floor. I want the hotel that's right in the center of the entire fucking hotel and just busting for the whole weekend.
So apparently you can't become an empath. It has to be a trait that you're born with.
Okay. So there's other things that you can learn?
Because I was about to start getting into webcams here. All right, those two were fucking on a webcam? All right. Oh, yeah. Felt that one next.
Fuck you, Apple Pro.
Yeah. Because, dude, because while fucking dude is sleeping, Mr. Empath, homeboy's other dude's fucking. Steven is his name, by the way.
Here's what I love about this is because he's probably technically the smartest one out of them all, right?
I think so.
Yes, he's the smartest one because when Ben Kingsley's giving the dump, he's like, oh, he'll explain it to you all later on in layman's terms, something like that, right? He knows what they were just chasing, right? That they were chasing an alien chick whose only mission in life is to go out and fuck and get pregnant.
Yes.
And now he is him, the character that he is in this movie. And a brunette, hot chick comes up to him and all of a sudden is like, the only thing I want to do is sit on your fucking cock. Wrong. And he's just like, yeah, okay. And even when she says something about like this is when she says something about getting pregnant Tim, also, right?
Oh my fucking God, Tim. Let me tell you, I have dated some crazy fucking women, okay? Married to one, but in my life, I've never just. Oh yeah, I mean, come on, par for the course here. But Tim, I've never busted in one and then had them feel their stomach and be like, I felt it. I felt life begin.
So wait, you never fucked a reborn Christian?
No. No, they don't get along with me too well, typically, Tim. No, so, and then he's all like, well, there are some tribes of people where they believe they can feel the moment of conception. And then she's like, no, feel. And he's like, oh, shit. Yeah, I can feel a baby in there. So, I guess
Round
I'm
two?
kind of screwed here. Yeah. Well, since you're pregnant, why don't we use your ass this time? And see if you can get an ass baby.
For
because
science.
Humans do that too. What if you just tricked her? You're just like, listen, the way humans reproduce is you suck our dicks.
Oh, so
not working.
So
I don't
she
know.
turned
You gotta keep
Cinemax
trying.
on. They had an ode to Deep Throat.
Yeah, yes, exactly. You show her Deep Throat. Oh my God, Tim. Perfect, man. So no, the empath wakes up while they're fucking. He's like, "Oh shit, they're fucking." Goes and knocks on Madsen's door
Without
and
his
he's
hands.
like, "Dude." Yeah, he's just bouncing his fucking cock, his hard cock. He's like coming while he's walking. That'd be the best, man. So yeah, he knocks. He's like, "Dude, I think homeboy's fucking that alien in there." And they're like, "No, alien's dead." He's like, "Listen, that guy's fucking somebody in there. I know that because I'm an empath, and no human would fuck that guy. So it's got to be this.
You don't have to be an empath to figure out that nobody's fucking picking up Alfred Molina in a bar and just going straight home to fuck him.
No, Alfred Molina.
He's got to work the long
game.
On it. He's got to work that.
That's
shit.
why he became an actor. Right? I mean, come on. That guy's not working a deli going to get some pussy.
Even in Spider-Man 2, the wife didn't fuck him until he invented that machine.
That's true, yeah. So, okay. So they bust in there to fucking try to rescue his ass, but it's too late. He's already nutted in her. Right? So, she kills his ass, right? And then leaps out of the door as they're trying to get into the fucking door, then runs down into the basement of the hotel. They chase her, and now, like I said, it's just fucking Alien.
Now we're back to last week, right? Where we end up in a fucking long ass tunnel.
Long ass tunnel. Yeah, I should have mentioned this movie for last week. Exactly. So she gives birth in this tunnel by like climbing up a wall. And like it comes out of her stomach. It's like a C-section. So the pussy stays tight. So that's a plus. So, and then they're wandering around down in these fucking sewers, and they find the boy that she gave birth to, just like chilling out. But Forrest Whitaker finds him, and he's like, "No, he's good though, so I'm not going to kill." Okay, so Tim, I got a question for you.
Kill him?
No, yes, but I got a question for you. She was made of half alien DNA, right?
Yep.
She just got boned down by a full-blood human, right?
Yes.
Her child now is a quarter alien DNA.
Technically, but I'm willing to bet that he gets more of his traits from his mom than from the dad, right?
Well, he is going to have to go reproduce again, right? And it's going to continue being diminished returns.
Yeah, but still, if you're the 99th kid, you're still fucking, you got a couple legs up on everybody else and some tentacles.
That's true. That's fair. Yeah. But you're right. They should have fucking killed this kid. But Forrest Whitaker, the empath, he's like, "Nah, I'm going to let the kid go," or whatever. But then they do get back to the kid, and they're like, "Never mind, we're going to kill this fucking."
Oh yeah, because he turns into like a fucking monster or some shit like that.
Well, yeah, because it fucking frog tongues a rat and eats it, right? Which I didn't know she could do that too. I'd be good at tossing some salad, I guess.
Jesus
I don't know.
Well,
Or maybe
she
that's
blew
just
the guy's fucking head off, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. I forgot about that. That's a good point, Tim. So I guess that's the frog thing. Okay. Then I'm gonna go over my notes here because this moves at a clip. So we got the bad CGI monster of the little boy shows up. That does not look great. But that's cool because they torch it. Mom comes down. She's pissed off. And then until now, I know I've mentioned snake nipples a couple of times, but this is where we're introduced to the snake nipples. And I have a lot of questions about them, Tim.
All of them good, right?
Where can I get them? Could she wrap them around my dick and jack me off?
Well, she is controlling. Are they independent? Do they do what they want when she unleashes them?
I think if she doesn't wear a bra, then they're independent. Wasn't that the whole feminist thing? I don't know. Okay, so
but she does wear a bra. She went out as an alien and she got a bra.
Fair.
So
that's fair. Okay, but final question on this: if she jerks you off with her snake nipples, is it a tit job or something else?
It's something else.
Okay. So, but she uses no, she has to control them because she tries to hang Madsen with her titty nipple.
Yeah, she just tries to like
snakes.
do like 28 hours on him, right? Where she's like pulling him up into like a crevice.
So yeah, they're like a graboid then, like in Tremors, right?
Crossover, right? I mean, how did the Tremors get here?
You think they might have been the cocks of those aliens? Because we haven't seen the boy's cock. Oh, no, we did see the boy's cock. It was regular. By the way, thank you for showing the boy's cock in the movie. Really wanted to see that today, guys.
We also, I think at one point, we do get a little bit of top cock and side cock of the other guy that she takes home.
Yes.
Getting out of the shower, in the shower, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit. We do get a little, but that's appropriate. That's not something you get arrested for having on your computer.
I can see the top. I can see. I just don't want to see full on head.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, now they got to fight with Mommy. So they cut off one of her snake nipples, and those apparently regrow too. So that's good. They cut that thing fucking off, and then they just fall into, I guess, like the La Brea tar pits that are underground.
That are on fire?
Tim, they struck oil. Because they end up flaming her ass and tossing her into this puddle that Forrest Whitaker's stuck in.
And right before she goes out, she gives a thumbs up.
She does give a thumbs up and slowly sinks down. That's true. That is true. So, yeah, she gets burnt. She's fucking dead, right? They're like, hey, congratulations. They pull each other out of there. They wax philosophical for a second when fucking after Madsen blows her brains out, the monster's fucking with the rocket propelled grenade on the fucking shotgun, basically. And then the Laura doctor, Red, she's like, man, I wonder what half of her was the predator, the human side or the alien side. Fucking Madsen's like, it doesn't matter, it's the dead side now.
Which doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Well, because both sides are dead, so who cares? It's a moot
End
point.
Of movie.
Right?
I would have stuck around a little bit longer just to make sure she's really dead, because she already fooled us once, right?
But Tim, it's not the end of the movie.
Oh, that's right.
Because one of the rats drags one of the titty snake nipples.
Oh, it's nipple rat,
I guess.
The next Twitter trend, yes.
And then Tim, nipple rat frog tongues out and eats another rat that's its own size, by the way. So, okay, now
and not sick, right? Because otherwise he wouldn't eat that other rat.
That's true. Now, full stop, Tim. This alien thing can just spread by you eating a piece of the DNA, I guess?
Well, no. How I took it was that she just regenerates. So maybe if she
regenerated into the rat? How did the rat frog tongue another rat after just biting a snake?
Well, the rat's getting her DNA in it now, right? Because the rat ate it. So
perfect. So, if I'm one of those species guys, right? I'm a dude. Tim, and you're, I'm going to say an American History X Fairuza Balk, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And you give me a blowjob. You're getting my DNA in your mouth, much like the rat did. Do you're then
not
become
alien, though? Okay.
No. I said if I'm a species. If I'm a species, if you suck off a species and swallow, it's the same as that rat eating the titty nipple snake. You're getting the DNA in your stomach.
Sure, why not? Yeah, that makes sense.
So then all you have to do is sneak like breast milk or cum into everybody's food. You're done. Just go nut in the water supply.
She just didn't get to that point yet. She just had to get fucked.
I guess,
right?
Yeah, she had to get fucked. Yeah.
E.T.
So
that's it.
So that's species, Tim. It all ends with a nipple
Get ready
rat
for part
eating
2.
A titty.
Tell me if part 2 starts off with the rat.
I hope so. I've never seen part 2. I got to check it out. I'll check out the first few minutes of it tonight, And if it doesn't start with a
Okay,
rat,
here's what I'm curious
we're
about
done.
because I'm pretty sure I haven't seen part 2, but I'll bet you how many years in between part 1 and part 2?
So part 1, you got 1995. Part 2, I think, was 98.
Okay.
Yeah, 98.
I bet you she's nowhere near as naked in that movie as she is in this one.
Oh, I don't know about that, too.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, I'm looking at this.
Should I be watching it right now as we finish? Everybody join
I'm
us on our
about to finish
Patreon
right
and give
now,
us
too.
5 stars or whatever podcast thing you listen to.
She is very naked. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
I don't know if it's full nude because it's on Internet Movie Database, so I can't see anything real.
MrsSkin.com. That's it.
That's a good point. She appears very naked. But yeah, Tim, that's thank you so much for promoting the podcast. Is there anything else you want people to pay attention to on the internet?
Species 2. So we can do it in 98.
Species 2.
We're going to be doing
Electric
that.
Boogaloo, yeah. And you know where you could watch Species 2, Tim?
Is it on the blood bank?
You could. All you have to do is go to patreon.com.
You really want to see those snake nipples popping?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, is it cold in here, or is there a couple of pythons coming my way? You know what I mean. No, Tim, you can get access to the blood bank now with it looks like 7,400 fucking movies on it.
Jesus Christ! Every time, just keeps
right
getting
around
more and
there.
more. Yeah.
Shit. Tim, we got. Let's see what we got here today to promote. Vampire Riders. Oh no, we talked about that one. Riders with a Z.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, let me go back a little bit. We'll go to Mayhem. Ooh, that looks like fun, Tim. 1986. The bloody saga of two strangers brought together by a common need to find the woman they lost. Rachel ran away. Misty was kidnapped, but nothing will stop Dino and Ziggy in their pursuit of the women they love.
Stop.
They turn
Dino
Hollywood.
and Ziggy. That's all we need to know.
Yep. They turn Hollywood into a war zone. One side, pimps, drug pushers, and the police. The other side, a sawed-off shotgun and .357 Magnum.
Well, that's a fucking winner right there. Come on.
This sounds fucking fantastic, Tim.
When are we doing another hard-dicked movie? Because that sounds like one.
It sounds pretty hard-dicked. I'm telling you, buddy. We got to do a hard-dicked movie month. Well, we'll have to get that coming up, Tim. Maybe March. March seems like a hard-dicked month.
Yeah.
Right? St. Patty's.
Oh, if you can get that drunk and keep your dick hard, hats off to you. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go get a fucking little person at the dwarf.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you and who else is going to that?
Vaughn.
Yeah.
Vaughn and I, we're gonna go, and I'm gonna fucking get one.
Vaughn Brasco, not Vaughn, the guy with this January 6th beard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a beard. Is that a Jansen? Whatever.
If he's not Amish, what the fuck is he doing?
It's a good point. You're either Amish or insurrectionist. Those are your two options with that beard. That's fair. So yeah, patreon.com/bloody bits to get access to that, all of our bonus episodes, our video episodes of the podcast. And Tim, next week we're either doing what? Mute Witness or Embrace of the Vampire.
Well, we haven't done a bonus for the Patreon for a while, so let's do both.
That's true. Oh, okay.
It's a win-win.
You want to do both? You want to do one as
There's
a bonus?
no way I
and
could
one
do
is...
all this talk
Okay.
about Mute Witness and then fucking finally have it, and then like,
fair.
no. Even I can't push it away for Kim Delaney's tits.
Fair.
So?
It's Alyssa Milano's tits,
Oh.
Embrace of the Vampire.
Yeah, close enough.
Does that change your
All
mind?
right.
Yeah, close enough. So yeah, you have both of those to look forward to, folks. So with
We're
that,
going to
I
go from
think
who's the boss to who's the toss.
who's the boss to who's your daddy. All right, guys. So for Tim Yobo, folks, I think that this is how we end it. All righty.
Bada bing, bada boom.
We are stopping still.